And that's to you motherfuckers who be praying on my downfall, nigga. Aha. You niggas took a L with YK, nigga. Aha. All you Pan-Africans, all you Aborigines, all you Indians, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about you niggas' opinion or whatever, or what your opinion is on the motherfucking debate, nigga. You didn't vote. So therefore, aha, nigga. Let's get to the next song. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, man. Hit that like button. Share this motherfucking build out. Let's get to it.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Ducateers and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Ducateers with some more offering.
Going out to the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the whole me is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. Know me, the whole
escape from Spain to Panama. We still ahead of y'all. Never racing, just slow pacing to the top of the dome. We stand tall, y'all. Never lazy to walk, clap. I slap back for all the Montauk talking Shinnecock. Never stop. A little petite, but never retreat. 10K is doggone tall, y'all. Chopper riding, we awake, very deep streaming. ETB beaming, bloodshot, lightsaber walker. We'll talk. Never stop.
to the all-men, Montauk, Chickasaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the whole me is cold. So count of the all-men, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the whole me is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the tomahawk chop. An entire city block, big buffalo. People come back here for my heart. Can't stop rebirth for raw. Indigenous rock with the native chant. Christ war dance. At a glance. Anyone who glance at the Shechem war dance. Chief Seven Feather Owl. The Moorish Cola Powers. Make all these 14th Amendment rappers throw in the towel. Square, compass, and trowel. These masons taking oaths. Disrespecting ancestors. Selling their souls to ghosts. I raise my glass. Make a toast to Aboriginal hosts. Traveling through the cosmos. That's most. Meaning that's on top. My wounded knee bandaged up. Black Hawk, what's up? Geronimo Skull. We taking it back from the tomb of the bones when we coming in the rooms and we zoom like all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the whole me is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the all-men, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee. You know me, the whole me is OG. Coming to restore the crown of the OG.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Ducateers and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Ducateers with some more offering.
I'm experienced now, professional. How great I am.
The black guard, got big lips and black bra. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. My rhymes insane, my skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black guard, got big lips and black bra. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Prior to job, my lives with Judas and girls. Just ask nods if I rule the world. Yo, my mental vision, setting up intuition. And you really don't have nothing if you intuition. I work with light just to give birth to life. I was born in all forms in the perfect night. The black guard, got big lips and black broads. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. I am the ruler, just like the Lion of Judah. My third eye was built like an iron computer. That's dark matter and deep thought making your heart shatter. I sleepwalk, talking with smart chatter, so I don't need you to ride or die with me. I got ancestors that vibe from the other side with me, and they beam up life after death. We got noses on our eyes, cause the light's a breath. My priceless flesh, the final copy, look like Anunnaki. The black guard, got big lips and black bra. In the projects, rich is whipping that black hard. My rhymes insane, my skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black guard, got big lips and black bra. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Prior to job, my lives with Judas and girls. Just ask nods if I rule the world. Yo, the black god got big lips and black rods in the projects. Rich is whipping that black hard. My rhymes insane, my skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James, that nigga's a black god. And you wonder why we spit lead. Just the whole reps, niggas got big heads like old Max. Way that I'm writing is more than vain. This is the age of enlightenment. Read the Moors in Spain. Now that your honor, I pray to a black vagina. Even the Pope prayed to the black Madonna. In the sun, I shine as bright as I be. I'm the greatest of all time, like Muhammad Ali. And when I die, baptized in the fire, only fly at night, black skies are higher. Prior to Jah, my lives with jewelers and girls, just ask knives if I ruled the world, rubies and pearls. The black god got big lips and black bra. In the projects, Rich is whipping that black hard. Rhymes insane, my skills is whipping that crack hard. Look at LeBron James. The black god got big lips and black bra. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the stars. Prior to Jah, my lives with jewelers and girls, just ask knives if I ruled the world. Yo, the black god, from infinite to infinite stars, it's infinite light. My life's got an infinite charge. The instruments I implement to give strength to your heart. The temple within, the imprint, mimic the art. Into the dark, the dragon spark the fathom from a higher consciousness. I talk with atoms, I live in the land, and I live in the stars, original man. I am the image of God, call me Tut Ankh-Amen. I cut diamonds, so as long as I live, nothing can stop shining. You gon' need to be in the bins to drive me crazy. Live on CNN, hearing cries from Haiti. You know them people down there trying to hide them babies. The black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars. The black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars. The black guards, surrounded in light, attract stars.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. All of you, I know you got it. I know you got it picked, but the man didn't come. I'm gonna show you how great I am. I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world. All of you fall. All of our critics fall. All of you suckers.
All right, man. Peace to the gods, peace to the Aborigines. Oh, matter of fact, peace to the goddesses too, right? Peace to the Aborigines, Indians, the Tongtons, the Moors, North, South, Central, and the Conjoined Islands. Once again, it's your brother Ahanu Kiel, or your brother A1, or your brother Atanch in this one. So let's get right into this, right? So, I don't even know where to start. Because I done did my rounds on other people's platform, but now it's time to come back home, right? And see what I think is a lot of you motherfuckers, you niggas keep forgetting. You niggas forget that I have a larger following than most of y'all, with the exception of Cormeo and Dane Calloway, and it's a couple other brothers who may have a little bit larger follower than me, right? But do you niggas think that I got over 25,000 subscribers? That ain't none of my people gonna come to the motherfucking debate? People who've been rocking with me from day one, who know I've been saying I'm a more from day one, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. I got more followers than all you motherfuckers who think y'all can bring your people over here and sabotage what I got going on. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I got A1s from day ones. People forgot about that. People who know I'm a more, who've been rocking with me through thick and thin. And other subscribers and other individuals who don't have a problem with the term more, who may not be vocal, who may not post in the chat room and say, yeah, I'm a more, or any of this shit, but they don't have a problem with what their brother A1 been showing throughout the years. So don't get it fucked up. Ain't nobody gotta twist no votes. The votes is what it is. And like I said, I would have got more votes if people wasn't probably, because some of these Aborigines were sharing that link as well, man. You're trying to make it seem like it was just more. See, the problem is people thought that they was going to be able to get that shit off, but it didn't work. And guess what? When YK took a L, a lot of these people in this community took a L because you niggas was hating. You niggas wanted me to take a L. But unfortunately, it didn't work that way. So even after I won, you still got people saying I lost, right? And most of these people who saying that never done a debate. We don't know y'all for nothing. You niggas that come on these platforms and be asking questions and be talking, I don't know you niggas for nothing. Never seen a lecture, never seen a debate, never seen nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Never seen nothing. And at least I do appreciate somebody who have been in the ring, you know what I'm saying, get their critique on it, whether they agree with me or they disagree with it. But the rest of you motherfuckers, you niggas ain't never have a fight in your life. You niggas get beat up constantly on Pan-African channels, man. Constantly. None of you motherfuckers. And like I said, a lot of you motherfuckers never had a fucking debate ever in your life. You understand? So let's get this shit straight, right? One thing I always told y'all, I'm not no YouTube personality. Whether I say Indian, Aborigine, or Tonton or more, nigga, it's all interchangeable to me. And for the people who came to the debate, they seen the sources that I showed. I showed multiple sources. I've always done that from day one. Now people questioning fucking sources like they some type of scholars and shit. They question, oh no, where you get none of your business. Go find out where the source came from. I'm not giving you no further information. You ain't nobody never challenged no other sources, or nobody never said none of these other sources wasn't credible. But now and that only goes to show you, man. You know, just the hate and the hate that a brother who done did multiple lectures online for the last 8 years. It's motherfuckers who just been in this community for a year, 2 years, or 3 years, you know, coming in here trying to change shit, which is cool. Well, understand something. I'm one of the individuals who built this motherfucking community. So don't never, and I never be out here with the cocky shit. I never be out here really throwing shots of shit or even saying nothing to individuals on what they do. I don't watch you motherfuckers, man. I got too much shit going on. I don't have time to sit down and watch people channels, man. Especially if it's a low vibrational channel and I'm not getting no knowledge from it, because all this shit is about the information. The information is what won. Despite what any rebuttal or niggas felt like, nigga, I had quantitative information, quantitative research up there. Multiple sources. So if you just mad after seeing multiple sources and you couldn't at least say, well, you know what, A1 did show plenty of sources that validated his claim. You know, if you can't be real with that and you still, you know, you got people like, you know, what I didn't like, you know, and like I said, we addressed it yesterday. Sister Betty came at me, and she been coming at me for years with this more shit. And she knew I was a more. And people say, oh, I ain't know you was a more. Press in the chat room for my A1s for day ones. How many of y'all knew I was a more? How many of y'all knew I've been saying I'm a more from day one? Press 1 if y'all know that I've been saying I'm a more from day one. Press 2 if you know I haven't been saying I'm a more from day one. Okay, so once we get done with that, right? Press 1 in the chat room. Have I ever pushed or forced anybody to be a more? Press 2 if I have. Never pushed none of the issue. Was if I make a video about a more one day, I come back, make a video about being in the Tonton or being an Aborigine. I never got the terminologies confused because I know that the first thing in coming into this shit is you supposed to know that history is a fucking lie. You can't trust no history. No history. You can't trust no history. They said a build out, hit that like button, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. But that's the first, that's the when you come into this, man, you know, you already gotta know that history is a lie. There's no history. that's going to validate any of this shit. You have to find sources and you have to cross-reference. You can't read from none of their sources on what an American Indian is, because we know from most of their sources they're going to paint the American Indians as being a primitive culture. We know this. We didn't seen this. They never, in none of the articles or none of the information that I've ever seen, I've never seen them paint American Indians in a good fashion. Never. It was always some primitive people, running around a fire and all this other primitive shit, man. We never actually seen any American Indians being painted as some highly advanced technical civilization, right? We never seen that. Never. Besides the American Indian Encyclopedia. And I was telling AP the other day, right? Just with that one encyclopedia alone, we didn't put out more sources than a lot of these people, man. We didn't put a lot of shit in the Aborigines' hands, man. A lot of research and a lot of science. And you letting people who never, like niggas in the chat room, like, listen, everybody got their opinion, and I'm cool with it. If you felt as though your brother A1 lost in your mind, then that's cool. That's only in your head. But in reality, A1 won. So it doesn't matter what the fuck you think. Doesn't even matter. You voted, you lost with the brother, and that's it. Let's move on. But I'm damn sure going to speak my piece on this topic. And anytime I'm ever questioned or challenged about the more shit, you already know I'm standing 10 toes down on it. And I've been standing 10 toes down on it. In my terminology of more being a dark-skinned or descriptive person. And we can get into some other shit, but I can see now half the people, they not ready. They haven't been ready for a lot of this information. They're not brought up to speed with a lot of this information. So it's like, kind of like preaching to the choir, man. Because a lot of y'all haven't been caught up. Y'all still deep inside, y'all still think we some primitive Indians. And when they do mention the science of the Moors, oh, these some foreigners that came here and built these buildings and built all this science and structures and built all this shit while we was running around dancing in the motherfucking wood. You don't take no responsibility. We the niggas who had to put this technology out there to this community. And I'm gonna be cocky about that. I'm definitely one of the people who put this technology out in this community. And that's the reason why people saying, well, now we lived in houses, now we had clothes, now the whole depiction of what an Indian is doesn't represent us. Now everybody's saying that, nigga. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it. But see, people forgot. People forgot who the people who've been holding this shit together. Yeah, I don't have to do a build every day. I don't have time to do a build every day. I don't have time to sit here and figure out no content or what I'm going to do or whatever to put together a build. I got plenty of builds up. I already didn't put my work out there. So it's like, at this point in time, I don't have to go live every day. I do a live whenever the fuck I feel like doing it. I'm not interested. I don't be around here in none of these other people business. I don't really give a fuck what you got to say about what your opinion is on it, because we already done covered all of this shit throughout the years. They covered massive amount of information over the years. Whether it was Indian slavery, whether it was black slavery, whether it was white slavery, whether it was the technology in the buildings and the science that we had here. Was it not? It was us leaving from here, going over there when nobody else was there. When we was transversing this globe, there was nobody else on the fucking planet. There was nobody else on the fucking planet. That's why you see all these cultures or all these what we believe to be cultures in America. Canaanites, the Phoenicians, the Sumerians, the fucking Anunnaki. We see all this shit in the Americas. And it didn't come here via somebody just coming here, man. And like I said, see, a lot of y'all don't even put respect on your ancestors. Cause y'all think this shit was just up for grabs and shit. People just was pulling up, just saying, yeah, we're gonna take that land right there. Are you serious? Because you don't do no research. You have done no research, so you don't understand. You don't understand that we was master mariners. We mastered the 7 seas. So why nobody just coming over here? Motherfuckers couldn't even get on the land. They couldn't even get close to the land. We checked them niggas so far out there in the ocean to where if we wanted to capture them and imprison them, they were caught. So why nobody just pulling up on the shores of America just saying, you know what? The Spanish came here. All of them are fucking stories. Christopher Columbus is fake. Hernando Cortez is fake. All of these niggas ain't nothing but characters in which white people try to put in to make to add domination to us being to their current dominance, right? Or their current what we call superiority, right? And our current inferiority. I hear niggas saying niggas supposed been out here, they supposed to be well researched with this shit. Niggas still talking about white people came here. No, the white people were slaves here, and they was overthrown because they was given an opportunity to convert to Christianity. So they had people who were supporting them, and a lot of them people who were supporting them was people who looked just like us. So wasn't no white people just pulling up, just saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna take over this whole tribe right here." If you still, I don't care what literature you can find that supports that. The accounts and all of the things that's in opposition doesn't support that at all. So when we get into information, right? People is delusional, right? People delusional. They real delusional when it comes to this information. They pick and choose what they want to talk about. They pick and choose what sources they want to take, right? You know, so like, you know, people is real delusional, right? What is delusional? The act of misleading someone, deception, deceit. Okay. Have your brother A1 ever tried to deceive any of you guys or gals? Have I ever tried to deceive any of y'all? I'm a attentionist one. You think I'm gonna take a term called more that I know people already saying come from North Africa, but I show massive sources that it didn't come from North Africa, and people still question shit, man. And at this point in time, this is my last time talking about this shit, this more shit. Until next time, I'm challenged. Because it's going to always happen. This shit been happening at least 3-4 times a year for the last 8 years. Always somebody new stepping up to the challenge. Always somebody new. Always. Every year. It never fails. Always. We can't even get clear on the terminologies because people got some type of emotional investment in us not being these different terms that they using throughout history to basically depict the people of the Americas. We can't even get past these terms. Motherfucker can't even be real and say, yeah, okay, they was calling American Indians more. We see the sources. They was called American. You know why they can't do it? Because people that made a lifetime or made a livelihood on YouTube denouncing more. So of course they can't come out now and say, because that will make them seem like they wrong. And see, people got egos. Now, motherfucker like, oh, well, you got an ego too, A1. No, I'm only following the research. If Moors are only from North Africa, they should not be coming to a continent other than North Africa saying that people here are Moors. So we know that ain't true. We know it can't be true. We know it can't be true. How the fuck is it true when they ain't in North Africa? These people, some of them have Islamic cultures, right? Some of them have Islamic cultures, right? But it can't be true. The whole North Africa thing can't be true. Can't be true. It can't be true. And it can't be applied to Muslims, right? So first it go from a terminology where it's applied to a particular religious group, right, which is Muslims, right? And then they changed it from a particular religious group and just applied it on everybody who was dark, and then didn't even specify, well, where's these dark people from? Is it saying the dark people only from North Africa or only from Africa? No, it's not even saying where they from. They saying dark-skinned people in general to Europeans. So they're not even saying where these people are from. They're not even saying where these people from, so it could be applied to anyone who is dark-skinned. And like I said, when no Europeans pulling up calling nobody nothing. The Romans was Moors. So I know that they wasn't coming here calling nobody Moors. It's being written in history today. People are writing in and saying, oh, the people here, or it was Moors in America, or the Indians are Moors. They're writing that in now. They writing that in history to fucking day. This ain't no shit that they was writing no 500 years ago. Wasn't no white people running nothing. And I'm sorry that people can't get that through their thick head, but they always refer back to that and try to go back to that whenever they want to meet their talking point. I don't refer back to it because I already know Europeans were Slavs. I already know, infallibly. I don't want to hear about none of these fake ass pseudo sources, but saying, well, no, a slave can't be anybody. A servant, anybody can be a servant. Yes, but everybody can't be a slave. So, as we begin this so-called fiscal new year 2024, we already know I got a lot of haters out there. And you know what? If you ain't doing nothing, then you ain't gonna have nobody to hate you. You understand what I'm saying? So obviously I'm doing something, because there's too many people out here who got hate and got all of this shit they want to say about people. You got fake ass Indians out here, niggas in fake ass niggas ain't even in no tribe. Niggas just say, yeah, I'm part of a tribe, but every time you see them, motherfucker is in a city somewhere, right? And I'm not trying to be funny, because everybody got their starting point when it comes to this information, right? Everybody got their starting point, and everybody learning at their own convenience, because everybody don't have time to come on here and tune into a 4 or 5 hour bill. They don't have time to do that. So people is learning at their own convenience. They learning whenever the information resonates with them, right? So, like I said, man, look, shout out to the A1'S from day ones. I think people forgot who the fuck I am. That's what it is. People forgot who I am. And people think because they got their little Indian channels and most of the Indians that's on these other channels is people who sub to me. Most of these Indians that's on all these other channels, their subs is subscribed to me. But see, now niggas got coats and shit, right? Niggas got coats and people want to follow shit, right? And people want to be in sync with somebody, right? Me, A1, I ain't need no special appearances. I don't need Dane Calloway to come. Shout out to my brother Dane, but I don't need Dane Calloway to come over here. I don't need none of these people. All these people, a lot of these people found me. Dane Calloway found me. Cormeo found me. I didn't have to go and hit him up and be like, yo, can you come do a bill with me and chasing clout? I don't chase no motherfucking clout. I've never chased clout. I don't make videos on everything. Nah, because some things is just left best unsaid. You understand what I'm saying? What's understood don't need to be fucking explained. And I've been rocking this shit out for a long time by myself, with special appearances from a lot of my comrades and a lot of my brothers. Y'all know who y'all are, but I've been rocking this shit out by myself. I don't need no special appearances. I ain't been out here chasing no motherfucking clout. I've been out here standing 10 toes down, nigga, and saying I'm a motherfucking more, nigga, from day one, nigga. From day motherfucking one. Now people got amnesia and shit. Like, oh, you wasn't saying. I've been saying it. You lying. I've been saying it, nigga. And I never stopped saying it. Even in 2024, I never stopped saying it. Won 2 debates with other Indians and a Pan-African about Moors in America, a debate about Slavs in America, a debate about blacks in America before 1492, and another debate about the Yamasis with Rob Bourne. So whatever your fucking opinions is, that's up to y'all. But the fact of the matter is, nigga, I won. And I ain't need to cheat. No, I got my own people, nigga. The fuck, the fuck I need to cheat? The fuck I need to cheat for? And why would I cheat? I have no reason to check out my own subscribers. I got my own people who rock with me. And then was the people who voted. And I'm sorry if I got more people that rock with me than some of y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Even though I'm a Moor. You know, these little stragglers and shit that be on Facebook posting shit. I ain't gonna mention none of these clowns' names. And niggas who put my name in title to chase clout or for clickbait, right? I ain't gonna even mention your name. I don't have to chase no clout, nigga. The information I've been presenting information from day fucking one. From day one. This ain't been no talk show over here, nigga. I've been giving information away for free. I ain't been doing no pay-per-views and shit. I'm doing them now because I see now a lot of people, they don't appreciate the source of the information. They'll take the information and add it to their whatever they trying to do, right? But at the same token, people won't be like, yo, shout out to A1, man, and shout out to the brothers for bringing this to the people. They would never say that, man. Because people got egos. That's the reason why. And I'm glad you got egos. What YK said Ahanu stand for, he laughs, right? I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Because people was praying on the God downfall. And they lost with YK. Niggas doing little fucking panels with niggas coming up there giving their motherfucking opinion. And I never seen none of you niggas do anything except hit the fucking link and come up there and talk and side with what the fuck we say. And you niggas know who you are. You niggas know who the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck if none of you niggas rock with me. I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't gonna stop nothing. It just ain't gonna stop nothing. It's not going to stop nothing over here. And it haven't stopped nothing over here thus far. Haven't stopped nothing over here. So shout out to the haters. Shout out to the niggas who was praying on the God downfall. Shout out to all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure of me beating on y'all too. Period. And that's how you know a nigga, was praying on my downfall. If a nigga sitting up there talking about something, you lost when you won, niggas praying on your downfall. And there's other motherfuckers who just popped up, who don't have no information at all, who just got a fucking opinion. And like I said, everybody have an opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. But what I don't respect is the fact they don't open no panel up and have no niggas come up there and talk. And niggas did that shit before with that Sonetta shit, right? A bunch of fucking clown niggas who I don't know or who's not known for nothing. Who's not known for nothing. Who riding off the back of people who I done helped out. Or not helped out, or people I done extended my hand to. You niggas riding off the back of them type of people. You niggas ain't known for nothing. You niggas ain't starting nothing off, starting nothing up from scratch. You've been on people panels for years, and people got to know you because other people co-signed you. That's why you got a fucking following. Because other people co-signed you. But guess what? Your boy A1 ain't had to do none of that shit, nigga. None of it. Share the build out, man. Hit that like button, man. Your boy A1 ain't had to do none of that shit, man. None of it. None of it. I ain't got to put no clickbait or no particular one individual name in my title, nigga. None of that shit, nigga. And I'm still standing here, and I still been saying I'm a Moor for years, nigga. For years, nigga. So aha to all you niggas who prayed on my downfall. All you niggas. And like I said, man, I don't mind. You know, people could come up here. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see something. I'm gonna put the link out there because I'm in the mood. It's snowing out here and shit, man. So I'm chilling. I wasn't going to work in this motherfucking snow, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, like, you know, appreciate the bill and just, you know, don't be a motherfucking hater, man. Don't be a motherfucking hater. Let me see something real quick. Hold up for a second. Don't be a motherfucking hater, man. That's the worst thing you could do is be a hater, man. The worst thing, man. You niggas forget. Niggas think I'm why. I mean, and shout out to YK, man. You know, for him trying to come through, no matter what tactics he used, all of the joking, none of that shit worked for you, B. Shout out to YK for at least coming, putting up a fucking fight. And I got respect for that brother. Whether I don't agree with him, whether I think he's trying to sell my people out, you know, as far as the debate, for example, I got respect though. I got respect for the brother on that tip. Even though a lot of the shit that he was saying, I really didn't like. I was like, a lot of shit is irrelevant. You doing this to try to discredit a nigga who all you niggas know. You can't discredit. And like I said, the rest of these niggas, the Not a Coincidence and all these other niggas, man. Look, man, not a coincidence, man. You took 2 L's last year, nigga. You've been a constant troll for years, nigga. A constant troll, a constant denier that black people was in America for years, nigga. And it was a pleasure with beating your ass twice, nigga. It was a fucking pleasure. It was a fucking pleasure. And it was a pleasure that the guys allowed me to submit the information that I submitted. It was a fucking pleasure. We got 107 people in the building, man. Hit the like button, man. Share the build out. Right? Share the fucking build out. Came with multiple sources. Yeah, some of the sources y'all have seen before. Some of them, yeah, y'all have seen. Because you know why y'all seen them? Because I don't charge for I don't be a lot of these bills, I put the information out there. But of course, if I was just doing pay-per-views and just hiding the research and only certain people could come there, then of course you wouldn't even know about a lot of this shit. But the information I gave back to the people for years. Do a couple of PowerPoint, a couple of pay-per-views, a couple of debates. You think niggas paid $20 to come see YK? Do you think people paid $20 to come see YK? No. They paid $20 to come see the God. And like I said, out of the majority of the people who was in the chat room was A1'S from day ones. And just imagine that, right? I beat 2 communities in one day, man. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I killed Pan-Africans and Aborigines and Indians. And all they could do is say, oh, A1 lost. That's the only way that they could claim any type of credit or any type. That's the only way they can fucking sleep at night or they can go on from this point on is by saying that I lost. So, man, peace to the gods, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods, man. You know what? I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek at my joint, man. We got 109 people in here, right? And I'm just telling people that I'm going to do a whole build on my entire PowerPoint. I was thinking about Sunday, but if I don't do it this week, I'll do it next week. And I'm not putting it up, man. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to find some way to where we can make a price that everybody can agree on, or I'll make a price that everybody agree on. But I'm not putting no more of this shit out there so motherfuckers could come along and take sources and then never give niggas credit for any fucking thing and then pop shit about the sources that they get from me. I have never got nothing from besides a few of my brothers and people who do put a lot of good information out there. You know, like I haven't really advanced listening to a lot of y'all because like a lot of y'all still on level one. You're still on level one. You're still asking questions. Oh, well, when the white man came here, anybody saying that? Nah, I can't even find time to listen to, man. I definitely can. Definitely can. So you know what? I'm going to share a little bit of this shit because I know a lot of people didn't see it. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna share a little bit of what I presented, right? And people could be mad, they could be in their fucking feelings. Who gives a fuck? Right? I think I might just I'm gonna jump through a couple sources real quick, just for the people. All right, so y'all already know that I cross-reference, right? Y'all already know what cross-reference is, right? It's cross-referencing two sources of information from two totally different sources that correlates with your topic, right? Y'all already know that this history is a motherfucking lie. So it have to be deciphered, okay, and decoded, okay? And what does deciphering means? To find the meaning of something that is difficult to read and understand. Decipher, decode a secret message. A secret message is Masonic history that they put out there, erasing our entire history from the Americas, and not only in Americas, but throughout the world. Let me just make sure, because I know I got kicked off on AP shit a couple of times the other day. All right, so look. So Moors in America, right? We went over the term Moor, right? The term Moro, right? Spanish come from the Latin word morus, right? Now, this is just one of the sources, right? It's saying this term was initially used to refer to the population of North Africa, specifically to an area known by the Romans as Mauritania. This were the Barbers, but not the Arab population, since they arrived centuries later in North Africa, right? It says now the second point, right? It says the word Moor refers to any Muslim or dark-skinned person. Now let's stop there, right? Dark-skinned person is vague. It's vague. It's not saying what dark-skinned person. It's not saying, oh, that only the dark-skinned people of North Africa. It's not saying that. It says, or dark-skinned person, right? So it says, if you're wondering, this term is repeatedly found in literature, art, and history books. However, it does not define a specific ethnicity or race, okay? Okay, we went over this. Are Muslims and Muslims the same? Okay, it said Arabic is a language, and this term also describes the culture that developed in that language. Okay, Muslims are followers of Islam, right? And saying many Muslims are neither Arabs nor Moors, right? It says Islamists, right? It says are Muslims who advocate the application of Islamic laws in political life. Okay, so let's go down to some more sources, right? All right, we're gonna go right here. All right, it's saying Middle Ages, as late as the 17th century, the Moors was commonly supposed to be mostly black, very swarthy, though the existence of white Moors was recognized, and hence the word was often used for Negro. Okay, etymology. I done showed this 100 times, right? The term Moor being a dark people in relations to the Europeans. Their name in the Middle Age was a synonym for Negro. Now, everybody been saying that the only Negroes there is in America, right? Right? We've been the first people called Negroes. People been agreeing with that term. People, when you come to the understanding of it, because you don't hear none of these other people even accepting that term. We the only people they place that shit on, and then they spread it out and start saying everybody else is Negro. Okay? The term Negro, meaning American African American vernacular. The English language as spoken by U.S. blacks is from 1704. From Nagar is a 16th century borrowing from Spanish Negro. Older English words was more and blackamoor. Okay, we didn't went through that, right? We done went through what the term Moorish means. It's a of or pertaining to Moors. Okay. Let's get into this right here. This is from 100 Amazing Facts of the Negro by J. Rogers, right? It said the most ancient names for so-called black people are Nahisa, Nubians, Ethiopians, and Moors. And then you go down and say black and colors like white are, on the other hand, European words. Ethiopians and Moors was popular used to describe the so-called blacks until 1500. Now, see, look, it was popular used to describe the so-called blacks until the 1500. Shakespeare uses Negro only once and uses it synonymously with Moor. Okay? So that's another source telling you that it has nothing to do with no motherfucking North African, no North Africans, right? So this is from the Botanica.com. They say the term is of little use in describing the ethnic characteristics of any group, ancient or modern. From the Middle Ages to the 17th century, however, Europeans depict Moors as black, swarthy, or tawny in skin color. They're not talking about no North Africans or no Muslims. They talking about particular black people, right? And even like I said, even when you go into this, right? When he said Ethiopian and Moors was popularly used to describe so-called blacks. Now, blacks from where? From where? From where? It's vague. And if it only meant the so-called people in North Africa and Muslims, then they would have specified that. Then it wouldn't be applied to other black people who are not Muslims or are not from North Africa. Okay, and then remember, like I told you, wasn't nobody applying this shit to us because what the people that you think was in control wasn't in control. Period. Okay, we went here, right? And this is from One World Tartary, right? So it says so Moorish has two meanings related to the navigational skills, the mariners, right? Or two dark-skinned people. Now I show all these sources in a debate, but people still want to. You still want to be slow, and you still want to be the You still don't want to accept the information. Then it's cool. It's cool. I'm not forcing nothing down nobody's throat. But guess what? Whatever the fuck I've been saying, nigga, I got sources and resources to substantiate what I've been fucking saying, and I've always done that from day one, nigga. Peace to the A1'S from day ones too, man. Peace to the gods, right? So it said the idea of Moors have spread across Western Europe. Moor came to mean anyone who was Muslim or had dark skin. Okay, occasionally Europeans distinguish between black Moors and white Moors. Now the white Moors would be mulattoes who got Moorish blood or got black blood. Okay, there's another source to the right, right? It said about the term Moor. It's derived from the Greek word mortals. Now, Moro. Now, I already been showing that America is called Amaru Moru. Mori, Moros. It's all the same fucking word. But some people who claim they got all this literature skills and know vowels, suffixes, affixes, prefixes, know the 8 parts of speech. They know all this shit, but they can't even understand this shit. You know why? Because they're biased. They're biased to this shit. They don't want this shit to be right, even if it's a source. Now people challenging the source. Oh, where that source come from? Oh, like you the fucking authority of sources. Like you the authority of sources. I never seen you present anything to like. I never seen you present anything to where I'm going to sit there and be like, okay, I concur with that. Now, out of all my sources, I don't have no Wikipedia fucking copy and paste shit up here. These are from all different sources. There's no Wikipedia shit up here. Okay? Look. Mortals, a Negro, a Blackamoor, Maori, they happen in Mauritania. This name is derived from their black complexion. What part don't you fucking get? It's not saying nothing about Muslims. It's not saying nothing about North Africans, nigga. And all these sources I'm showing you up here all say about dark skin. Hold up for a second before we continue. Am I saying anything wrong in the chat room? Did the sources I'm saying say anything? I mean, some of the sources say Muslim or dark skin. Now, dark, like I said, and see, the thing of it is with Muslims, that's something that can be, kind of like, okay, all right. It's not, I can't even say it's vague, but it can be vague because we know it's Muslims everywhere, right? But for them to say dark skin, and emphatically keep on reiterating that in the content, they keep reiterating that. So, like, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Fuck it. I'll share some of this while I do the actual lecture. So check it out, right? So look. Then they got more, Blackamoor, and Negro. Again, Negroes. So they saying no matter what, Negroes at some point in time was being called Moors. Whether people you like it or you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. But that's what the fuck it's saying. Negroes was called Moors, period. So you get out your head about that North Africa thing. Get out your head about Muslims. And put in your head Negro and dark skin complexion people. Okay? So let's continue. Hold up, this right here. Now check this out right here, right? You see the one right here? Look, everybody. Look. Y'all see this individual right here? This is American Indian. This is American Indian right here. And this American Indian too. This is American Indian. And see, for those of y'all who haven't done the research to see where the arrow originated from, the arrow originates from the Western Hemisphere. The bow and arrow originates here in the Western Hemisphere. This is the Indian. He got a feather crown on and got the so-called kilt or the tobacco leaf skirt, right? So let me zoom out this shit real quick. Hold up for a second. Let me see something. So we got Swartz, and I think this is Swartzman, right? And then we got more. Okay. And they say translated, these names mean black or the black. Okay. We got more sources. We got the word moreno, right? Moreno can mean dark skin in Spain, Portugal, or Brazil. Okay. Then you go down to the bottom right here, right? It says apply to I'm sorry, my bad. Let me see. It's an Moriscos of Granada. Morto refer to all things dark, as in Moor, Morano, etc. It was also used as a nickname. For instance, it was called the Morto because of his dark complexion, nigga. See, you niggas, I'm teaching you niggas, and y'all niggas don't want to be taught. Y'all want, as long as I talk this old fake primitive Indian shit, you niggas are willing to learn that shit. But when we get into the things that you guys don't know about, you don't want to be proven wrong. You don't want to say, damn, I've been banging on the Moors all this time and kind of find out that dark-skinned people are Moors. So you gotta go discredit, do the same shit Pan-Africans do. Do the same shit Pan-Africans do. So we got to go discredit the word, right? and then make the source seem like it's not credible. But guess what? Your boy A1, I've always showed. I just showed you 8, 9 sources of it saying the same fucking thing. So look, how many sources have I shown and cross-reference, right? Because I don't think people really get it. So we got 1 source, 2 sources, 3 sources, 4 sources, 5 sources, 6 sources, right? We got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is another one right here. Moreta, right? I think that's 14 or 15 rather, right? Look, 16, 17. Okay, so I showed 17 sources on what the term more means. And niggas sitting on simply talking about, oh, my scholarship, I got such great scholarship. Nigga, that's 16 sources I just showed you on one definition, nigga. And they all saying the same thing. They all saying the same thing. They all saying the same thing. Let me refer back to the chat room. I just showed 16 sources, right, people in the chat room? Right? I just showed 16 fucking sources, right? Right? Hit that like button and share this build out, man. I just showed 16 fucking sources, right? So let me ask y'all in the chat room. Are them sources I just showed credible? Press 1 if they credible, press 2 if they not. I'm talking y'all in the chat room, man. Press 1 if you guys believe the sources, man, of what it's saying. Dark skin complexion person. It's not saying where they from. It's saying dark skin complexion people, whatever fucking continent is at. It's not specifying. And if it's specified, then it will only say North Africa or Africa. It's not saying Africa. Now I just showed 16 fucking sources that's showing the same thing. Now that's strong scholarship right there. But guess what? People think I put together some Mickey Mouse PowerPoint. I ain't a researcher around this motherfucker. Do you think 2 sources going to defeat the 16 sources I just showed? No, it's not. No laughing, no shenanigans. Ain't none of the shenanigans is going to stop the sources. The sources is what shows credibility. Okay? So I'm just going to ask y'all in the chat room, right? So as far as what I presented thus far, right? What is it saying the word more actually means? And y'all can be honest and y'all can have y'all opinion on it. But as far as what I just read, what is it saying? All them sources about more Manano, what are they saying? They're saying they're talking about dark complexion people, right? Are they not? Press 1 if they not talking. Press 1 if they talking about dark skin complexion people. Press 2 if they not talking about dark skin complexion people. That's right. That's right, Miami. That's right. Sherlock Holmes, I don't know who you is, man, but I'm not with the trolling shit this morning, brother. I'm gonna let you stay up there, but if I if you seem like you gonna be on some clown shit or whatever, I will get you up out of here. Okay? I'm not blocking nobody because I want people to be honest on what they see. And none of this information is forced because the information stands for itself. I'm not making this up. This ain't no copy and paste shit where I'm not showing you where I'm getting the actual fucking research from. That's why I'm showing images. Because normally my thing is I normally have the websites already pulled up or the sources already pulled up when I actually do builds. And you niggas know that. I've been showing sources for years. I haven't even been putting shit in PowerPoint just to show the people the fucking sources and where I'm getting it from. Now look, we got one in the chat room, right? So you said, so cool, Keith Cal. You said respectfully, peace to God. A1, you already showed the etymology, and it said more was applied to North Africans, right? So I showed one etymology source that it was applied to Africans. Did you not just see all the other fucking sources? I did block that nigga, man. Let me get this nigga out of here, my dude, because we ain't got time for this shit, man. We don't got time for this shit, bro. I just show all them sources, and then we got one knucklehead in the chat room that's like respectfully, A1, you just showed that it's from North Africa. But how many sources did I just show saying that it met swarthy or dark complexion? Did I show more sources saying it met swarthy or dark complexion, or did I show more sources saying they from North Africa? We're not doing this shit. It ain't about, you can speak your piece, but don't be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ignorant about it. You understand? So come on, let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. We trying to deal with reality. We're not dealing with our feelings. I'm not in my feelings about it because I'm showing you other people who saying the same thing. I'm not in my, I know what it means. That's right. They grafted the Caucasians and the Chinese Neanderthal. Shout to the brother Cool Time. That's a fact, right? And I ain't being biased, right? I'm being real, right? But let's get back into it, right? So this is from Lagaria, and this is actually a Dominican diaspora article, right? And it talks about, it said Moreno, more or / free blacks, right? Now it talks about the Africa thing in here, but as we just seen that the word more is not restricted to just being from Africa or even Africa. It says any dark skin complexion people. So it's ubiquitous. It's not, and it's vague. It's not pinpointing a precise location on where these dark skin complexion people are from. And anybody who is non-biased and who understand literature can see that, right? So we don't need to go over there, right? But we already went here to the Oxford English Dictionary. And we see it says a dark-skinned person, a nigga, right? A dark-skinned person of any origins. Of any origins. Not saying, oh, they from here. No. It's saying any origins, right? And that's something that was later applied to other people, right? But check it out. It's saying the early U.S. history, usually with the reference to American Indians, nigga. So we already went through. We already showed that the Indians are black, right? We already showed that information, right? But let's run through a little bit of this, right? So it says for their persons, they are generally tall, straight, well built, and singular proportion. They tread strong and clever, and mostly walk with a lofty chin, meaning they keep their heads up high, right? It says the semicolon is saying of complexion black, but designed as gypsies in New England. Okay. They go another source right here, right? It's saying, but from the consideration of the peculiar circumstances under which a black race was found in America. Okay. Let's go down to some more shit. Let's see this. Primitive Black Nations of America, right? So my second memoir was on the Negro or Black nations found in America before Columbus. Okay, they go another source. It's saying either we have in certain parts of America skeleton remains of a type basically related to those found also in Australia and Melanesia. It's saying, or we have a remarkable case of a parallelism. This certainly indicates the presence in the far past of Negro people in the American continent, nigga. Okay? So we know that Negroes was here, right? There you go, another source, and this is about the Northern Californians, right? It says, the Trinity and the Rogue Rivers are tall, muscular, and well made, with a complexion varying from nearly black to light brown. Okay, there you go, another source right here, right? And this is the Mississippi River, right? It's saying there was in the first a very large and very black Indian of an aspect very different from those who inhabit the interior of the country. The barbarians of the coast are black. Now they calling them barbarians, right? Go figure that, right? So here go one of my first sources. This is from Ancient Americans in the Notes of American Archaeology by John D. Baldwin, right? He said the term Moro, literally Moor, is commonly used when referring to the ancient Indians of the valley and the village. A Moro is an heathen, an unbaptized Indian. Now, why they calling the Moro Indian? I mean, a heathen. Why they calling them a heathen? Because when we look up Moorish history, we see that they was cleaning the lice off of these Slavics. They were sanitizing and had baths and had all of this cleanliness. They was the main ones practicing cleanliness and passed it on to them. So why are they saying they heathens, right? Because we keep forgetting the Intercatera, right? We already know it's Papal Bull issued by Pope Alexander VI on May 4, 1493, which granted the Catholic monarchs King Ferdinand II of Aragon and Queen Isabella I of Castile, my bad. It's saying all lands to the west and south of a pole-to-pole line 100 leagues west and south of any of the islands of Azore or Cape Verde Islands, right? It says among other works, well pleasing to the divine majesty and the cherish of our heart, it assuredly ranks highest, that in our times, especially in the Catholic faith and Christian religion, be exalted and be everywhere increased and spread, that the health of souls be cared for, and that the barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to it faith itself. Intercatera 1493. I think people forgot about this type shit, right? So you got to kind of throw shit like this up in there, right? You know, I went over barbarian, right? Or barbarous, right? We went over that, right? So barbarous come from the word Barbary, okay? Let me skip to some shit real quick, right? And I also threw this up in there, right? The origin of the word Indian for describing Native Americans, right? So this is from Al-Gala Soup's writer. It states that it was the Spanish term for the native people as Nino Indio, that was shortened to Indios, which became a commonly used term. Okay, so I mean, it says I understand that the term indigenous is used by the Hispano Americans to describe the indigenous people. Have we heard of any word of any theory that it was the word indigenous which could have been the root word of Indian? It's saying, or is it just me alone who came up with this wild speculation, right? We got right here Russell Means. Okay. It's saying the word Indian is an English bastardized of two Spanish words, Indio, which correctly translated means God, right? But we know Nino is children, in is of, and Dios is God. It say as an added distinction, the American Indians is the only ethnic group in the United States with the America before our ethnicity. And this is coming from him, right? I went over this, right? And I showed 3 different sources. But YK felt like, oh, the first source I showed, I didn't show the original one, right? There's no original one because they coming from multiple different sources. This one right here happened to be from the Metropolitan Museum of Arts. This one right here happened to be from Jargon Kapinski, right? And he talk about the more with the emerald level. Matter of fact, and look, I got another source. So I got 3 sources on this alone because I already knew where he was going to go with this shit. I already knew he was going to try to say that this is not the original source, and the original source don't say nothing about Moors, this Moor being an Indian, right? So this is the source that he says. It doesn't have a Moor being an Indian. But listen to this. It's in the Moor is represented as a muscular youth in a swagger and stride. He is carved from pear wood and lacquer, a deep brown. His broadly smiling face with its wide, blunt nose and full lips. It clearly meant to be that of a Negro, but the curly hair is, when seen from the front, almost entirely hidden by a jeweled gold feather crown of a type generally associated with the romantic images of American Indians. Okay? Of American Indians, right? This one right here. And this one right here states, let me get to the part where I'm looking for. All right. Right here, it says in 1723 in the Nascent Treasure Museum that really most originally of all possible means of presentation, the sculpture of a Moor, period, right? The young, powerful man in a dark brown lacquer pearwood, the associated border on a tray of tortoise shells present a casual and smooth, the Colombian emerald level, is not a resident of Africa, but an Indian. Now, this is some pseudo nonsense, right? This is some pseudo nonsense, right? Can we find this source anywhere else? Yes, we can. Can we find them saying the same thing anywhere else? Yes, we can. Right? Same shit right here. Showed this to Amsterdam Pike Museum, right? And these are sources of them calling Indians Moors. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. And we know what the Aborigines look like. The feather crown, we already know what this looked like. So in this case, the key word is the Moor head with a feather crown, right? Then we go down. It says the image bears a certain resemblance to that of Powhatan as depicted by John Smith on the map of Virginia in 1608, right? Now, what do Powhatan look like? That's in the Virginia Historical Society that they try to say is an African, right? This is the image of Powhatan. And here go other images that basically verifying the same fucking thing what I just showed in the other slide, right? Same shit. Same shit. And nigga try to double down and say, oh, these are Africans. Nah, this say American right here. They got the same shit on here. We see it. It's the same fucking thing, nigga. Nah, you can't get that off, bro. Went to another source, right? This is the Rokende Moor, the famous sign with the logo, the Rokende Moor, hung proudly in a clock facet of the company for more than 100 years. It is an image of a black man with frizzy hair. He has a bare torso and wear indigenous headgear. Now we seeing this shit everywhere, bro. We seeing it everywhere. So they know they're not in North Africa. They know they're not in North Africa calling niggas Moors here. So if you still you still think they in North Africa when they clearly telling you America, you are delusional. You're delusional. But guess what? You could be delusional as you want. You took an L with YK. You took an L with him. You took a L with them. You took a L with them. Okay? Let's go to some more of this, man. I got a little time. I ain't doing that. I'm going to go to the gym in a minute. Right? So look, here go another one. And this is from the Christie's auction, right? So they auctioned off this image, right? Now it says right here, right? It says with his dark skin and feather skirt, the particular cigar store figure is variously referred to as a blackamoor or a Virginian. Nigga, a blackamoor or Virginia. And we see these other images, right? We see Powhatan right here, right? Or what they say that's Powhatan, right? That's supposed to be a Virginian, right? Okay? So they said a blackamoor or Virginian, nigga. What the fuck is we talking about here? Oh, but they didn't mean that. They thought they was in North Africa. Come on, man. Like, for real? We serious? Do we really got to do this? We really got to do this, right? Another American Indian right here, right? They say a figure of a blackamoor in what appears to be the original antique paint. Okay? So this is American Indian, and once again, they calling him a blackamoor, right? Another blackamoor, another American Indian that they calling a blackamoor. Get out your motherfucking feelings, man. Sorry, right? Now look, listen to this. Let's get into this right here, right? So it say a couple of Moors in the sculpture of the polychrome wood is a swaying attitude. The man and woman are dressed as Indians, wearing feathers and wearing a pearl necklace, wearing a loincloth. It's saying, and boots for one. So one of them got boots on. This one particular Aborigine got boots on right here, nigga. Okay? And this is just the beginning. Another one, Amsterdam Pipe Museum, De Moor. Says it clearly, De Moor, right? Let's get into it because this is written in Dutch, so I had to translate it to English, right? They say the tobacco vignette of paper within a standing oval. On the left, a seated Moor or Indian. A seated Moor or Indian. Get out your motherfucking feelings. The word is interchangeable. The word is fucking interchangeable. Get out your fucking feelings, man. And see, if people, they just could have just agreed and say, you know what? All right, I'm not a Moor, but yeah, they did call people in America Moors. You could clearly say that. Okay, I'm not a Moor. I do not agree with that term. But from the evidence, A1 showed they was calling Indians Moors. Okay? Once again, the tobacco vignette of paper within a standing oval on the left, a seated Moor or Indian, nigga. Or Indian, nigga, with a feather headdress on. A seated Moor or Indian. Once again, nigga. The fuck out of here. Like, nigga, I got sort. Nah, nigga, I ain't saying the Wikipedia shit. I didn't say all that shit, bro. Period. Giving you an actual source right here, nigga, from a pipe museum. I don't care if they did recreate these these so-called statues. The key in it is what is they calling them. That's the key, right? So here go another one, the Rokende Moor. The cigar pouch or tobacco vinaigrette of paper standing printed in black ink with a standing treadle frame at the top with a garland of tendrils in the center with the letter W in the center, and an Indian sitting on a bell, smoking a pipe with a feather headdress on. Okay? That's why I got the feather headdress on my symbol, nigga. Because I done went through all this shit and know that we was wearing feather headdresses here. Okay? So you get out your feelings. You can say whatever you want to say. These are sources right here. And niggas, and whoever run around here thinking YK won, which that's your opinion, but that's good because he lost and you lost too. And your opinion don't matter because you didn't vote or you did vote for him. The more people voted for me and felt like the information that I was presenting was more factual, regardless of all of the slander and all of the foolish shit that was shown. My information standing strong. I ain't gotta make no jokes. I ain't gotta call nobody no names. I ain't gotta call Yoredin Kalu. I ain't gotta say none of that shit because none of that shit has nothing to do with the fucking debate. It has nothing to do with it. What is a Moorish name? Ahanu ain't a Moorish name. So what is a Moorish name? They just said a Moor is a dark skin complexion person. So what is a dark skin complexion person name? Any name, nigga. Nicknames, any motherfucking name, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Paper cigar pouch printed in blue ink with the smoking Moor. At the top, 2 still whiffs of smoke. In the center, a standing pipe smoking Indian with a feather headdress on his head and dressed in a skirt of tobacco leaves. Nigga, the fuck out of here, nigga. The smoking Moor. In the center, a standing smoking Indian. They using these terms interchangeably, and it seems like the people who run around here claiming they so intelligent, they can't even see that because they too confused and they too biased. Niggas that made a living about talking about Moors. You think niggas that made a living about talking about Moors. You think right now they can admit that they was wrong? A1 can admit when he wrong. I ain't wrong about this, though. A1 can admit when he wrong. I admitted it about the American Indian slave trade. That shit is convoluted and it's trickery. They didn't enslave none of us here like that. That's just their way of having you feel like, well, not having us because they talking about the people that they refer to are these mongoloids and these mestizos, right? They're not talking about us because them people wasn't in charge when they said they was in charge. When no white person in charge at that time. We was running this shit, nigga. Right? Another source, right? Okay. Okay, they're grow whatever. Rokende more, y'all already know it's the same shit. It gets kind of switched, I guess, according to the language, right? But it's saying paper cigar pouch printed in black ink with the crowned Moor. In the shape of the arch at the top, in the center, a smoking pipe smoking Indian with a feather headdress on his head and dressed in a skirt of tobacco leaves. On either side of the Indian, a palm tree. So they calling him a Moor and Indian at the same motherfucking time. And we know an Indian is a Negro. See, like I'm here for truth, man. I'm not here for no personal feelings. Like I told y'all, yeah, I learned a lot of shit from the Moor. But like I said, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was doubting the Moor shit. I got off of that shit because they couldn't tell me what a Moor meant. They couldn't, and I had to go and do my own research on it. A lot of Moors don't tell you what a Moor is. They try to make it seem like it's just some alive, like, oh yeah, the Moors, yeah, the Moors are known for great things, but the Moors are also known as, and when I say Moors, the same way, you know, black people known for great things, colored people known for great things, Negro people known for great things, African American people known for great things, right? But then we also know colored people are known to be degenerates. Black people can be degenerates, Negroes can be degenerates, and African Americans can be degenerates, and vice versa. So these people can have an extravagant kingdom, or a motherfucker could be living in a tent city as a motherfucking homeless or someone impoverished. Okay? Let me see something real quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. What we talking about here? Let me see. Look. See this shit? Yup. Niggas can't accept that we was called Moors too. Shout out to my brother, man. Look, niggas can't accept it. Nigga, and that's how you know niggas is in their feelings. I'm not in my feelings because this ain't nothing new for the God. This shit ain't nothing motherfucking new, nigga. I've been saying all this shit for a long time, bro. And a lot of people who've been going against it, you took an L and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And especially if you're using it to slander, because you know what? A lot of this hate among what we call Moors. And I say it like this, right? A lot of this American Indian shit came from Moors. Whether people agree with it or not, it came from Moors, whether you agree with it or not. And if you ever learned something from me, then guess what? You learned from a Moor. You learned from a motherfucking Moor, nigga. Okay? So let me see something. So look, let me ask y'all a question in the chat room, right? Just from what I presented right there, right? Do you think I proved anything about Indians being Moors? Press 1 if I did, press 2 if I did, because we can get into the rest of it. Like I said, but I'm not showing everything because I am going to do a motherfucking PowerPoint on this. I need some Indians in the chat room. Okay. My man, kick rocks, bro. We don't want you here. Okay. Exactly. Shout out to my brother Sachi, man. My motherfucking brother, man. And see, I'm glad. See, a lot of people that's Indians know that a lot of people is biased, like, and they in their feelings about this shit. People don't even care if we was called Moors like that. They know that they are Tauntauns of this land. They know they Aborigines of this land. They don't even care about that shit. They don't even care about it. Nobody in the chat room is like, man, fuck you, A1. We ain't Moors. Okay, you don't have to be Moors. But is they saying American Indians and Moors are one and the same, nigga? Is they saying it? That's right. Anywhere in the world. It proved more dark skin anywhere in the world. That's a fucking fact, nigga. I'm saying, how are we connected to Morocco? Stay in the chat room. I'm going to get to that too. Stay in the chat room. I'm going to show that shit too. I mean, I might not, like I said, I don't know how much shit I really want to give up on this, but I'm going to show that too. Okay? So let's get back into it. What was we at? So we was here. Okay. Once again, the paper cigar pouch printed in ink, in black ink with the crowned Moor. In the shape of the arch at the top, in the center, a standing pipe smoking Indian with a feather headdress. So who wears the feather headdresses, y'all? Do anybody wear these? The feather headdresses? Or are we the ones that are known for the feather headdresses? Right? Right? So hold up. I'm not done. I got more. Look. There go another one. Okay. And these are all different images. These are not, look, this is not the same images as this one. These are all different images. So all of these shits I had to translate on my own. All of these are all different images. None of these images are the same. I'm not using the same source for none of them. These are all individual fucking sources for the actual, the Moor, the Bokende Moor, etc., nigga. But check this out. Let's go into some more shit. And you could be mad, motherfucker be mad. You could make motherfucker make videos, but look, man, what's understood don't really need to be explained. But then sometimes you gotta explain it because we see that people not catching up on it. Okay. So this is another one, right? This is paper cigar pouch printed in blue ink this time, right? With the smoking Moor in the shape of an arch at the top. In the center, a standing Indian with a feather headdress. Now you tell me, am I fucking crazy or are other people fucking crazy, nigga? They using Indian and more interchangeably, nigga. Get out of your motherfucking feelings, nigga. Get out of your fucking feelings, nigga. They using it interchangeably. And you niggas was wrong about it just being restricted to North Africa and being restricted to fucking Muslims, nigga. You niggas been wrong. You niggas and you women, you've been wrong. And your little following, like whatever your following is, of course, people gonna side with who they rock with or whatever. I'm asking people legitimately. I don't even care if anybody have any contention, but just say that A1 showing sources and everything he's saying, he's actually showing. Oh, where you get that from? Where you get your sources from? Where do you get your sources from? Okay, let's continue, right? So look, even when you go down, right? Look. Even when you go down, right? Look, they says in the background, a three-master on either side of the Indian, a palm tree. Here go another one with the palm tree. Okay, and some tobacco packages, including some tobacco barrels, nigga, because we was selling this shit, nigga. That nigga got packs, nigga, in his picture, nigga. He got packs, nigga. He's selling this shit, nigga. That's why he's sitting up there chilling. He's selling this shit, nigga. Okay? On either side of the Indian, a palm tree. But what is it titled? The Smoking Moor. The Smoking Moor. Now, why are they calling Moors Indians? Right? Because guess what? As we went back up as I'm gonna go back up here, nigga, a dark-skinned person of any origins in the early U.S., right, usually reference to American Indians. So this shit is fucking changeable. Sorry is fucking changeable. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry you mad because you don't want to be a Moor. I'm sorry you mad because you done made a whole YouTube career on banging against so-called Moors. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So at this point in time, Moor, black, colored, Negro, and African American are all synonymous. But see, the thing of it is right, the more crucial thing is the word Moor has a totally different history than any of them other terms that basically are synonymous with that term. Has a whole totally different history, my dude. Totally different history, right? So let's go down. It's from 1990 Census and Population and Housing, right? The U.S. Department of Commerce, Economic and Statistics Administration, Bureau of Census, 1993, Moors, listed as an American Indian tribe. You see where the red mark is at right here? These are all American Indian tribes right here. And they got more in it, brother. These are all Natchez, the Montauk, the Tucker Bocce, right? The Nanticoke, the Piscataway, the Nassaman, right? The Pamunkey, the Mataponi, the Rappahannock, the Atacapa, right? The Catawba, right? Lumbee, Moore, nigga, and Powhatan. Now I'm just saying, like, from this right here, okay, this doesn't actually, because it's kind of like vague, but just another source just to add to it, right? We got a actual map right here, right? Where you see the word Moor by the Nanticoke, okay? We got a Canadian newspaper article from the early 1900s, right? Now look, check it out. It says Tandy arrived safe in Quebec with Judy and the children, and then off they treads into the woods to try to get a bit of land to settle on. Some Irish neighbors helped him to get up a cabin to shelter his family. And he says to one, "Where do them Blackamoor nigger Indians live?" A1 ain't show no sources, right? No, because you just was biased and you just wanted a Pan-African to be the brother who then presented ain't been nothing but a humble servant to the fucking people for years, nigga. You'll vote for a motherfucking Pan-African who ain't got no agreements with you. But I understand why you will have to vote for him. Because you will have to say that you was wrong all these years when you've been promoting what you've been promoting. That A1 been right all along. So we got Blackamoor, nigger, and Indian all in the same fucking sentence, nigga. The fuck out of here, bro. The fuck out of here. Oh, he didn't show no sources. Oh, I just liked it the way YK went and he was able to present he was able to debunk everything you was saying. Nah, he ain't debunked shit. Ain't debunked shit, nigga. What's understood at this point in time, it shouldn't even be explained. But unfortunately, we dealing with certain people who don't get it. Okay? And you niggas could go take my bill, take the sources, because these niggas act like they fucking scholars, man. And I see niggas using Wikipedia all the time. Nigga, I don't use no Wikipedia in none of my slides. None of them. Where do them Blackamoors, nigga, Indians live that I've heard about in our country, nigga? Okay? They go into the other source, right? And this is the other clipping that go with that, right? It says, "But Tandy, are you not afraid of them Blackamoor wild Indians that live in the woods? They will come down some dark night and tomahawk you, nigga. And tomahawk you, nigga." And listen to this one right here. This is a newspaper article from Virginia in the mid-1800s, right? It said the highest judicial tribunal in the land has decided that the Blackamoors, now listen to this shit, that the Blackamoors called, semicolon, right, by the extreme public courtesy, the colored population are not citizens of the United States. The highest judicial tribunal in the land has decided that the Blackamoors called by the extreme public courtesy, the colored population, nigga. Oh, A1 wasn't dropping those sources. YK1, nah. And the rest of you niggas who voted for him, you already know, man. You already know, man. Take that L. Take that L with him. Take that L with him. And look, the brother right here, look, he said this is overkill, right? This is overkill at this point in time, right? I'm not even, look, I'm only into what? How many slides am I into? Let me see. I'm at 75. And I got 233 slides up here, right? I got 233 slides up here, right? Now look, once again, I'm gonna say this again and we're gonna move on, right? So this is from, and this is, look, check this out. I said the Virginia paper says in commenting on the decision of the Supreme Court in the Dred Scott case, right? Semicolon. Then go down to say the highest judicial tribunal in the land has decided that the Blackamoors called by the extreme of public courtesy, the colored population, nigga. Fuck out of here. You niggas, man, like I said, bro, you fucking with the God, nigga. I'm a seasoned veteran at this shit. I'm a seasoned fucking veteran at this shit, nigga. I'm sorry if you niggas I'm sorry, bro. So this is from a book called The Crescent Obscured, The United States and the Muslim World, 1776 to 1815 by Robert J. Allison. They say this is a 17th century Dutch or German portrait of a Moorish king. Could just as easily be a portrait of an American Indian ruler. How could it just be easily? How could they be the same people, bro? How could they be the same people, right? Look, Ancient and Modern Brits by David McRitchie, right? Because see, what these niggas are trying to do is what Pan-Africans do. They're trying to discredit the sources. But it's just too many sources at this point in time. It's too many sources. You're like a fool trying to discredit all this shit. That'll show you that you have an agenda. If you can't even say, you know what? Okay, at this point in time, you're right. They did call Moors Indians. It is interchangeably. I'm not a Moor, but yeah, you did present that much info. You did present the information. They don't even want to give you credit because, like I said, too many people that made a living off of saying we're not Moors. Moors are from North Africa. Too many people that made a living saying this shit, and they've been wrong all along. They've been wrong all a fucking long, nigga. All along, they've been wrong. That's why people would be in their feelings when the God won. What you thought the God wasn't going to win? You thought my people who fuck with me wasn't going to be there? You don't have more people that fuck with you than fuck with me. So you thought my people wasn't going to be there, nigga? You niggas keep forgetting like I'm A1 from day one, nigga. I've been doing it. This shit ain't nothing new, nigga. Do you know how many Indians rock with me that know I'm a Moor? And they're coming to the understanding too. All right, so look. So in 1676, the native races of New England were spoken of indifferently as, indifferently means the same, right? As Indians and Moors. And black Indians are also remembered to be Moors, nigga. Or no, I'm saying our British Indians are also remembered to be Moors, nigga. All right. It's saying no ghosts of the virtual telling us that large company of Moors or black people roamed up and down the country, rather more than 100 years. Okay. They go another source from the same book, once again, right? Ancient and Modern Brits by David McRitchie, right? He goes on to say again, and in 1681, the Indians of New England or Moors, nigga, the fuck out of here, nigga. The debate was old. The debate been over with. Nigga talking about I got my ass kicked. No, because you, and like I said, at this point in time, when you would try to, I can't fuck with people like that. Respectfully, I can't fuck with nobody who'll come on there and say I got my ass kicked when I've been showing information all this time. Because you biased. And you one person. You're one fucking person. And like I said, you think because you got a couple of thousand subscribers or whatever, that people was gonna come across me for you? You out of your fucking mind, yo. I've been doing this shit too long. I've been doing this shit too long, nigga. Don't get it fucked up, nigga. Like I said, I got more following than all you motherfuckers. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for a long time, but don't get it fucked up. I've been on YouTube standing 10 toes down, saying the same exact thing I'm saying today in 2024, nigga. Okay? And in 1681, the Indians of New England or Moors, as they was also styled by settlers, were pronounced by William Penn to be as black as gypsies, nigga. Now, how is they applying that term more, nigga? Because they telling you the Indians are black. Okay? Last time I presented this to Kirwa, my brother Ghost went and said, oh, the 103 amazing facts of the black Indians don't have sources, right? But can we correlate what he's saying? No, he ain't got sources, but we can correlate exactly what he's saying in this book, right? The term Moor was applied to dark-skinned, brown-skinned, and reddish-brown people. What are we fucking talking about here? Get out your fucking feelings, man. They ain't saying, it was restricted to only Muslims and people from North Africa. It's saying dark skin and brown skin and reddish brown skin people who were not only indigenous to Europe, but to the West and North Africans, right? Now, continue. Let's go through it, right? Even black Indians of the Western Hemisphere was dubbed with this title, nigga. The fuck out of here. Let me see what we got going on in the chat room. Yo, I'll put the link. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat when anybody want to come up here and build, or anybody got any questions, or anybody want to say anything about what I'm showing. That's Indian, Moor, or whoever, Pan-African, whoever. Okay. So I also went over this, right? If you coming into the build, man, hit that like button, man, and share the build out, man, please. Okay. So this is from an actual Delaware code, Title 29, State Government, Charter 1, Judition and Sovereignty. 106, the Lenape Indian Tribe of Delaware, recognition, right? It's saying a tribe can date their ancestry ties as far as back as the early 1700s, right? It said the tribe was formerly known as Moors. And for many decades of the 20th century, state documents such as driver license designated with the tribe race with an M. Nigga, the fuck out of here. Oh, that's not what it means, A1. You're wrong. That's not what it means. It don't mean that, right? And I'm going to show you how they try to throw the curveball in. I'm going to show you how they try to throw the curveball in. Watch. Right? The Smithsonian Institute issued an annual report in 1948 in which the tribe was referred to as Moors of Kent County, Delaware, and identified as a surviving Indian group of the Eastern United States. The fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here. I've never seen you, none of you niggas present all this type of information. Never. You just gonna keep showing me shit that's gonna say they from North Africa, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you multiple sources saying that they're not from North Africa and that they not Muslims. Multiple fucking sources, nigga. So the Delaware Moors, right? It said the curious people found in Kent and Sussex County. There have been much speculation about the so-called Moors living in Kent and Sussex County, Delaware. These people are usually swarthy, black hair and black-eyed, okay? Though sometimes of a fair complexion. That's why would they be of a fair complexion? Because niggas was sleeping with these Slavs, period. Niggas was sleeping with these Slavs. Niggas are sleeping with these Slavs, period. Okay. What was we at? It said they are mostly farmers. Now listen to this. Listen, because this is where it get critical at right here. This is when you really gotta start thinking about what you're reading, right? They are mostly farmers. They have their own schools distinct from the general public school system. So that means these people ain't taught their history by no white man. And if they was being called a term that didn't apply to their culture or didn't apply to their ancestry, they never had to adhere to it. So they wasn't being taught by Europeans, right? They associate themselves neither with whites nor with blacks. Now, the black thing, let's put that on the side for a minute, but let's go with they associate neither with whites. So they don't even fuck with white people for them to be calling them anything except what the fuck they told them their name was. They don't even associate with none of these people, my dude. Like, let's keep it a buck. They don't even associate with none of these people. Peace to God, man. I got my brother AP on the panel, man. What's the word?
Man, you know the vibes, man. Turn me up, man. Shout out to everybody in the motherfucking building, man.
Peace to God, man. Peace to God, man. So these people didn't associate with whites. They wasn't being taught by white people. So how white people just gonna come and put a term on them that they don't agree with? Unless they agree to the fucking term themselves. Now check this out. Let's go back to that same article, right? Now listen to this. This is where YK tried to get that shit off at, right? This is in the newspaper, right? So it says one theory has been that they are the Moorish race and that their ancestors were Spanish Moors wrecked on the coast more than a century ago. Now look, period. One theory, right? Other traditions represent them as descendants of the Nanacoke Indians. Nigga, fuck out of here, man. Went into Algonquin and the Arabic shit. Went into some other shit right here. Now check this out.
You said it was the Nanacoke?
Yeah, they saying that they was descendants of the Nanacoke as well. Let me go back to it, right? It says other traditions represent them as descendants of the Nanacoke Indians. So they calling them Moors and Indians at the same time.
Can you screen share my screen? Because I want to show the Indian Bureau of Affairs chart of the record Indians in the area. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
So if you zoom in right here, you'll notice that it says Moore, Nanticoke, Upper, that is Pamunkey, Chickahominy. These are all Delaware tribes. According to the library, I'm at the Indian Bureau of Affairs.
Hold up. Your shit. Hold up. You on a roll, AP?
Nah, that was your shit, Echo. I don't know what's going on.
He said that was my shit, nigga. Nah, that ain't my shit, nigga. Go ahead. Put your screen back up. Are you done?
It just started echoing, so I took that shit down.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what the fuck. You know, the StreamYard shit be bugging. It really do. Oh, there you go. Hold up. Let me see if it does it again. Let me mute my.
No, you good. It's my microphone being muted. You gotta. I'll put you up.
Nigga, you got the fucked up technology for a change, nigga.
Nah, I think you got your echo location off.
Oh, but okay. I gotta turn that. Hold on, let me turn that shit off. Man. Let me turn that shit off. Hold up. Hold on. So we'll go on to settings, audio, and no, it's on. Do I need to change any of this shit up here? Let's see. Echo count must be off for use. Let me see. Hold up. All right, let me see if that works. That might be better right there. So let's get back into it, right? Shout out to AP too, man. So look, check this out, right? So this is called cross-referencing. Okay? It's called cross-referencing, right? So it's saying, now remember, the Atlanteans are Americans, right? But check this out. It says the first Atlanteans probably showed up in the Mediterranean Sea region long before 11,500 years ago. When the first Algonquin arrived at the present location of Western Europe, it may have been possible that North Africa was settled by the Algonquins first. So the place where y'all saying Moors are from was populated by people in the Americas. And it ain't the only place neither. It's not the only place. It's not the only fucking place, bro. I don't even really need to get into this shit right here, right? But let's continue. Go down a little bit more. So we got, this is something I was going to show too, right? So we got Grenada, right? We got Grenada. This is Grenada, right? That's one map showing Grenada, right? They go another map showing Grenada. Right here, right beyond the Rio Grande, where Mexico properly belongs to, is Grenada. But they telling you Grenada's over there. Right? So let's continue, because I ain't show the maps, right? This is North Africa. We got Grenada right here. Look. We got Grenada right here, right? But we also got Grenada in America. Right here. Look. So hold up. Let me see. Where was I at? Matter of fact, oh, this is another map right here, right? So this is Barbary as well. This is another map of Barbary, right? We got Morocco right here, right? Oh, y'all know where I'm going with this shit. Y'all done been part of this shit before, so don't act like this ain't nothing new, nigga. We got Grenada again, and then what we got? Morocco again right here, right? So let's switch it. This is also another map of North Africa, right? With Morocco, right? But this is when the shit get tricky. This is when it get crazy right here. Let me see something. Hold up. Did I pass that far? I think I did. Hold on. Let me see something. I think I may have passed it. Hold up. Oh, I didn't pass it. It's right here. So now we got Florida with Morocco right here, right? Then we got another map of Florida. Hold up, no. We got another map of Florida with Morocco right here. Spelt the same way we get seen it up here. So now we even let's say for example, right? Where do you think Morocco was at first? You think it was over there, or you think it was over here first? If you even subscribe to anything I'm showing you, because I'm just showing you evidence. A1 didn't make none of these maps, and my interpretation of the maps is not incorrect. Okay, so hold up. Let me go back up. Let me see. Oh no, matter of fact, let me go back down. And look, check this out. So this is the source right here, right? So this is called they say Africans and Muslims discovered America before Columbus. And we know ain't no Africans discovered nothing. We know that, right? But here it says another map of Florida based on a French expedition of 1564 shows three names that demonstrate an early Muslim settlement in that area. They were written as follow. I don't need to go over these. We can deal with this. Morocco, Marrakesh, right? Which I just showed you in Florida. Look. Man. Then he doubled down and say, how could these names have been used by people if they had not made contact with North Africans or the Al-Andalusia Muslims? Because we didn't make contact. We went from here and went over there. That's what happened, right? So all through here, they're giving examples and cross-referencing different so-called garb. They saying that, oh, the same garb that the women over here wore. It was now check this out, right? So it say Fernando Columbus called the native cotton garments breath clothes or brief clothes of the same designs and clothes as the straw worn by the Muslim women of Grenada, right? We just kind of went into that, right? So it said Hernan Cortez, another famous Spanish conqueror, described the dress of the American Indians as follows. The clothing which they wear are like long veils, very curiously worked. The men wear breastcloths about their bodies and large mantles, very thin, and painted in the style of the Moorish dampers or damperies, right? That's what it's saying, right? American Indians wore turbans, right? No people would be mad at that, right? So it says this point one, right? They say the turban was a style of head covering favored by many of the Southeast Indian tribes who were located in the state of Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. The Southeast tribes who wore a turban include the men of the five civilized tribes, notably the Muskogeans and the Iroquois, and other Southeastern tribes such as the Ute and the Natchez. Osceola wore three feathers in his head and a turban made of various colored cotton. The Swall. This is by George Catlin, right? Billy Bowlegs, finally, there was a turban womb in the red swall surmounted with white feathers encircled with a silver band. So the silver band was holding the fucking feathers up. I'm not even going to say where we see that at again. I'm not even going to go into it. But look, bam, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And this, the one in the center right here is coming from America in its earliest depiction, right? We see people in the background with turbans on. This is America right here. These are drawings of people wearing turbans, right? Then we see right here, say a large painted wood figure of a blackamoor or Indian, Dutch in the 18th century. Got a feather, got a turban on, right? Then we see another American Indian in Europe with a fucking turban on his head with a fucking feather in it, bro. You can't make this shit up, my dude. You just can't make it up. Look, the Timacoans with turbans in Peru. An Indian of Peru, Native American man wearing a headdress with feathers and a feathered leg ornament stands before a dwelling. We see right here, the Seminoles, they got turbans on. We see right here, another Rokende or smoking Moor with a turban on. We see the images of the Chinchilla mummies with turbans on. Other known images of other turbans in America, right? This is a turban. It's a turban on the Mayans. There's another drawing of the American Indians depicted with a turban on. Here's another image of an American Indian with a turban on. Okay? Let's check this shit out, right? All right, so I wasn't gonna go into this, but I am. Fuck it, right? So this is, it says the Moroccan, the name Morocco come from a Berber word called Amarak. Now listen how Amarak is spelled. A-M-E-R-R-U with a K at the end. It's a diminutive of Amarak, which means land of the gods. Nigga, they talking about America. Amarak is Amaruk, is America. That's the same fucking terminology, right? Which means land of the gods. Okay, then it goes down and says from here, we can see how the word America is from, now they saying from an ancient Berber word book. I'm going to show you that the Berbers, that some of the Aniyawiya and some of the Aniyawiya, the Algonquin and Iroquois tribe spoke what they believed was Berber, but it wasn't Berber. It was taken over there from here. All right. It said the word 14th century BCE, Amarak, which predates Amerigo, who was born in 1451. A difference of over 1,800 years. So we know for at least over 1,800 years they was using the term Amarak or Amaru or America. Now go figure that. You can't cross-reference this shit no better than this, man. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, all right. Okay, nah, I'm gonna touch on this a little bit before I go into the rest of it, right? Let me see if I'm still on. Okay, I'm still on. All right. So this right here, it says, Amaraka was their Hercules, whatever, right? But it says the name America is translated of it, written by the signs and the cross and a snake, which meant the great sun, pronounced Amaru, which with the ka or land. It's saying this also agrees with the name given to America, discovered in 983 AD by Icelander. Okay, I think his name is Morrison or something, mentioned some whatever. We need to go to that, right? So we know key is ka, K-A, key, K-I, right? Now I say ka is the Sumerian word for earth, right? Or land, right? Interesting, right? There you go, another variation of it, right? America, the name America derives from the Incan Amaruca, right? But we see the Inca is all the way in the Pacific coast. In North Africa, they was using the term, they said the word Morocco come from the word Amaraka or Amarak, right? They saying the word comes from there. So it went all the way from Peru all the way to North Africa? Doesn't make no fucking sense, bro. Even when you researching this shit. All right? So it says, the worship of the serpent gods, the oldest religion on earth, right? So let's go down to something else real quick. I ain't gonna go too far into this right here. I'm gonna drop the link and people want to come on the bill from there. We could do that, right? So it said, welcome to America, land of the serpent gods, right? It said William T. Still shows that America was initially the land of the plum and feather serpents by the Indians of Peru. Now they say the Indians of Peru, but remember, when we talk about Lake Titicaca, all of that was part of the Mayan and Olmec Empire as well. So we talk about going all the way from Central America, going all the way into fucking Peru, right? They got another terminology for it, right? So this is Amaru, Moru, right? Now it says it's a banded stone carving in Peru near Lake Titicaca, known as the Gates of the Gods, right? We need to go down. It says right here, let's get into this real quick. It said in addition to the numerous errors of painting, names were spelled in any way which the writers considered most appropriate, and hence we have America, not only written Amaraka or Amaroko or Amaraka, Amaroka, or Morocca or Morocca, which is Morocco too, and America. Oh, I just started. Let's get into this, right? So this is from, this is actually from Edgar Casey's work, right? So check this out, right? It says Amaru Moru or Lord Moru as one of the teachers of Lemuria. I believe in Lemuria, right? It's saying was delegated by the hierarchy to take the sacred scrolls into his possession along with the enormous golden disc of the sun. Okay. It's saying the disc of the sun was kept in the great temple of divine light in Lemuria and was not merely an object of ritual or adoration, nor did it serve that single purpose later on when it was used by the high priest of the sun among the Incas of Peru. Amaru Moru joined the new land in one of the Silver Needle airships at the time. Now that's what it's saying, because there is some legends with this shit, right? So kind of trying to cross-reference a little bit of everything. There's another source from it. It said the snake deity of the Maya was Kukulkan, plum serpent, feather serpent. In Peru, this name was called Amaru in the territory known as Amaraka. Amaraka is literally translated lands of the serpents. The name America was derived from Amaraka instead of after a explorer, Amerigo Vespucci. Okay. Another source. Hold up. Matter of fact, no, this ain't it. Hold up. Is this it? Let me see. No, hold up. I think it's down. All right, so some more sources dealing with Amaraka or Amaru Maru, right? The serpent of colonists of America, right? So Amaruka, the land of serpents, okay? So this is saying being situated between both Atlantis and Lemuria made the Americas by a stepping stone and a permanent designation for the serpent colonists traveling from both the motherland. It was also a favorite destination of the extraterrestrial serpents arriving from Venice. Now, like I said, that all of that shit right there, you know, we can kind of say, all right, well, we don't have no proof of that, but we can kind of go into the rest of it, right? So American landmass was anciently known as American landmass, okay? We know they say it's from Peru, but it was applied to the whole goddamn continent, and they still using it motherfucking today. American landmass was anciently known as Amaraka, land of the immortals, or land of the wise serpents. Okay? Okay? The word America is how the Greeks called Moru. Now remember, in one of the sources I just showed you at the top, they say mortal is Greek. Mortal is Greek for black, right? It said the word America is how the Greeks called mortal, who pronounced it as Amarukos from South American Indians, okay? So this is another image of it right here. So Aramu Moru, I kind of went over that, kind of touched on that right there. Land of the serpents, we see the serpent entity. We also see this serpent chopped up, right? Say United Die, New England, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, right? So we see right here the so-called image. No, not like this, right here. Let me see. This image right here in particular. But we got other images of the serpent here. Now, I'm not saying a serpent is not a bad thing. I know in the Bible they tell you the serpent is bad, but everything, that shit is allegory. And it's a book written in code that has to be deciphered. Right? Other maps with America on it, right? Another map right here saying map of the continent of South America, America. Okay. What's this? I'll go past this right here. Let me see something. Matter of fact, now I got more shit right here. Hold up. So this is from the Popol Vuh. Okay. I know there's some things in the Popol Vuh that's questionable, but everything in there is not pseudo. Everything in the Popol Vuh is not pseudo. All right. So it say these children of the sun adored the plum serpent, who is the messenger of the sun. He was the god Quetzalcoatl in Mexico. In Peru, he was called Amaru. From the later name came our word America. America is literally translated land of the plum serpents. Okay. Here's another one, right? And this is, listen to this one. So this is Amaru, home of the northern Semites, right? It said originally the term, while the name of the country means light to the Semites living in the east, i.e. Babylonia, it also meant even darkness, west, etc., because Amaru was the land of the west or of sunset, i.e. that land is going into the sun. Okay. And this is a Sumerian, this is from a Sumerian script right there, right? So I ain't gonna go all into it. I done went a little too far with the shit. Let me see. So there was something else I wanted to show in here that I didn't get a chance to cover. Oh, I'm gonna touch on this real quick. All right, so this is a book about South America, right? So it says in this book, right? So it said one of the grandest creations of the Moorish architecture genius, the Alhambra, is a monument in stucco. It's saying the churches of Mexico follow after the model of those in Spain, which, as has been shown, was not much interfered with during the centuries of the Moorish contact. Now, kind of duck this shit, but listen to this, right? It say, nevertheless, the little half orange domes of the Moors are to be seen in some of the beautiful mission churches like San Xavier del Blanc near Tucson, Arizona. Okay, now this is one of the images, right? This is actually the image of the what the fuck I just say, San Xavier del Blanc. So this is the image of San Xavier del Blanc that's in Arizona, right? And then it goes down and has another source. It say it may be of interest to know that the Moorish convicts were employed in construction of the castle San Juan de Allah. Now check this out. Do you believe they was convicts? This is just another story trying to hide the fucking history here, right? It may have been an interest to know that the Moorish convicts were employed. So convicts was employed? Okay. In the construction of the castle of San Juan de Ala, right? This is the image of that. This is a fucking fort, nigga. This is a fucking fort, nigga. This is some ancient shit, nigga. And this shit wasn't built for no motherfucking Europeans, nigga. This is some shit we was occupying using. Now you can see right here has the lighthouse on the end of it, right? We don't need to get into where the creations of lighthouses came from. It's a lighthouse right here. Let me zoom in for you guys who don't get it. It's a lighthouse right here. All right. So we know, according to the American Indian Encyclopedia, right? It says lighthouses. A lighthouse is a tall structure with a bright light on the top to guide ships through treacherous water filled with reefs and sharp rocks. The first lighthouse in pre-contact Mesoamerica was built by the ancient Mayans. Said Mayan culture arose in the Yucatan Peninsula of what is now Mexico is about 1500 BC. So we was already using it. So how far-fetched would it be to just say, all right, well, this image and these structures right here was us. We built this shit. But they double down in the book to make it seem like these so-called images such as this and these architecture came here by foreigners. No, they're lying. Same thing with this. Let me see something. Let me see if I'm still in the building. I'm still in here. Okay, I'm still here. All right. So let me get into this real quick, right? And this is what I showed Aisha Khan. Okay, she's a professor at New York University. Okay, her so-called interest is Atlantic studies, race and ethnicity, colonialism, racial capitalism, and Islam in the Caribbean, right? And this is what she said. Not A1. Let me stop my mic. Did you hear any of that, AP?
No, I couldn't hear none.
All right, hold up.
You gotta reshare it with your sound.
Had a broad range of acquaintance with Islam, involving almost 8 centuries of Iberian, North African, and Sub-Saharan. These ways of knowing Islam with them to the New World. The Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés
It's good now.
arrived in Mexico in 1519 and referred to the Aztecs as.
Say that again.
I said you good now. Sound perfect. Sounds good.
Okay.
Priest in Cortez's party said that the indigenous peoples of northern Mexico reminded him and referred to the Aztecs he encountered as Moors. In Mexico in 1518 and referred to the Aztecs he encountered as Moors. In 1519 and the Aztecs he encountered as Moors. In Mexico in 1519 and referred to the Aztecs he encountered as Moors.
All right, so they refer to the Aztecs as Moors, period. Right? So another source to go with that, One World Tartarians. This is actually the page I was looking for right here, right? So it says the Toltecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs, etc., was all black Moors. This is according to this brother research, right? She just said the same thing too. So these sources stand separately, but they cross reference. They stand together. They stand together. Okay. I don't know why would someone be calling the Aztec Moors, or why would they call the Toltecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs, all of them as Moors and the Olmecs? Because they say most historians, anthropologists, and scholars refer to the Olmecs as the mother culture of the pre-Hispanic Mexico. The president of Olmecs predates the Mayan civilization by more than 1,500 years. And the Aztec in Mexico by as many as 2,500 years. Now, so we know that the Aztecs, the Mayans, are descendants of the Olmecs. They're just different names. They're the same fucking people because all these people had the same science. They all constructed pyramids and other architecture here in America. Okay? So these sources kind of correlates. They stand together. But I ain't getting into no more. That's pretty much it right there. I'm a relinquish it right there. Stop it right there. But as far as my PowerPoint, my presentation, I believe that I did a great job, like I've always done with all of my research, cross-referencing, not using one fucking source, because none of these people can tell us definitively who the fuck we are. So you have to cross-reference it and find as many sources you can that's pretty much saying something that is not being said. So with that, like I said, I'm gonna probably do another build on it. I got some more slides to add to it because I'm shooting for maybe about 300 or over 300. But with that being said, right there, man, that's what was presented on my behalf at the motherfucking debate, nigga. And if you think that I haven't showed enough information to show that they called people Moors here, then I don't know what to fucking tell you at this point in time. He said no sign. What is this? Peace, peace, peace. Marlisha.
Yes.
Peace, peace.
Peace. Thank you.
You got something you want to add to the conversation?
This is my first time here, so I'm sure I will have a lot to add one day, but I'm just, checking it out, being a part of the whole movement with what we're doing as far as in finding out who we are as a people.
Okay. Did you enjoy at least the presentation that was presented?
I did. I enjoy. I've watched a couple of your videos, YouTube videos, and have enjoyed them immensely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But this entirely is not about A1. It's about the autonomous ones and the people like, Negro, black, colored Negroes that we've been lied to on a grand scale. These niggas they even took in history that was here and put it in other parts of the world. And when you cross-reference it, it makes us think that other people came here.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Instead of saying we had the science to go other places. See, that's what people kind of failed to mention, that we had the science strictly in America to go to all of these other grand places and do what we did. And I say, hold up, I had something else in here. Matter of fact, hold up, I got something else in here. I want to, and listen, and the reason how I'm able to kind of like come up with that, because look, let's get into this real quick. Let's go back up real quick. Hit the like button, share the build out, man. Peace to guys, peace to goddesses. Y'all already know what time it is. You already know it's your brother Hanu Kiel. So look, check this out. So source, that's something, just to go along with what we were saying. Africans may have been in the original Americans, right? So with that, we get into this, right? The Oriental Masonry, right? It says firstborn among continents. America has falsely been denominated as the New World. Hers was the first dry land lifted out of the waters. Hers was the first shore washed by the ocean that enveloped all the earth. Okay? They go another source to go with it, right? Queen of Mu, Bob Lepangian, right? So in his book, he says, all right, now right here, right? So it's saying, forgetting that all leading geologists now agree in opinion that America is the oldest known continent on the face of the planet.
But to be
Okay?
honest, it makes sense. Even when you look at us as a people, we have been leading everything. We lead in everything. Everybody follows us, from our oppressors to, you know, Africa. Everybody follow us. So even in our habits, by nature, we are leaders, and everybody follows what we do. So,
Listen to this. This going piggyback off of what you just said, right? So it said the Mayans that we must turn if we wish to learn about the primeval traditions of mankind, the development of civilization, and the events that took place centuries before the dim myths recorded as occurrences at the beginning of our writing history. Historians, when writing on a universal history of race, have never taken into consideration that of man in America and the role that in remote ages American nations played on this world stage and the influences they exerted over the populations of Asia, Africa, and Europe. I've been done. Nobody's supposed to be saying this, especially at the time they saying Africa is the oldest, because they found shit over here that they're not telling us about that will make them come up with this you know what I'm saying, with what I'm reading right here. So we know, see, and what people think is right. I know that there was no other people in them places. We created people here and took the motherfuckers over there, right? Now check this out. Here go another source that kind of validates that, right? Right. So this is from America, the first inhabitant of the continent, right? So it's saying from the letters, the following extract is taken clearly, stating Mr. Jefferson belief that the first inhabitants of Asia, who so much resembled the American Aborigines, went from America to Asia instead of coming from Asia to America. And they talking about the people in Melanesia and the Pacific Islands. They're not talking about the Asian people. So we got multiple sources stating that America is the first continent, the oldest continent. And the people that's writing this are not idiots. These people are well researched individuals that's writing this. Say no plumber, no janitor. And if a plumber janitor did do it and they have the resources to show their sources or whatever, and how they derive their talking points or the things that's being presented, right? Where is it coming from, right? It's coming from shit they found in America that they not telling us about. And as we see, they lied about our history in its entirety.
what's the name of the organization? Not National Geographics. They said that they're hiding most of our true history right here. They took over it. We actually established it before the Europeans came over and took it. The Smithsonian. Most of our records are there. They said we can't even get to it, of course, because they got it on high level of security. But a lot of the archives, a lot of our artifacts on all of that is in the Smithsonian right here.
Everything. They got a whole hanger, a whole, like you see in Indiana Jones at the end when they put all that shit in that big ass fucking museum that's huge with massive
Yeah.
cells and artifacts that they found. They
Yeah.
really have that, and they have that in multiple places because they found other things underground. We had underground cities here.
Mm,
So they ain't just finding the stuff that they hide from us. They found stuff underground.
yeah.
Gold and oh man, like the Americas is when you do the research on Americas, everything makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm beyond the point where I did my geology. I'm going to go as far as back with that. I know the tribes. I can identify and look at these so-called tribes and know that a lot of them are mixed tribes, right? And on the outskirts of a lot of these mixed tribes are the original inhabitants of the Americas who don't even know who they are. So when you kind of get into all of this, you find out that these people remix history. They then lied to us, right? Names that wasn't supposed to be applied to people here, right? Was applied to them. And I don't think it was applied to us ignorantly. I believe it was applied to us by them seeing exactly what the fuck they thought.
Mm,
So, you know, if a terminology has a precise destination, then there's no reason for me to be using it. If I go into Georgia and find peaches there, right? If I go into Georgia and find peaches there, I should not, and they saying that these are the original peaches there. And if I go somewhere else and find peaches such as in Florida, with Georgia and Florida is the same.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So these people then lied in our history entirely, no matter if a person is a Moor or if they not a Moor. They applied that to
Mm,
Indians here. And they only applied that if they applied it because I don't think wasn't no white people coming in. No white people had no dominion over this land until after the the mid 1900s. We were still doing our thing in the middle of the 1900s, even though that they show you otherwise. We still got mad sources and mad evidence that we've been doing our thing and we were separate from anything that they did, and they had to bring us into what they was doing because they needed us. So I rest my mic right there. Sister Betty, what you got something you want to say?
A1. I'm at work, but I wanted to know if you would be available later.
Well,
Um,
I
it's
mean, I
snowing like a motherfucker down here. I ain't going out this house, but I'm at work and I got some stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that I'm gonna go live with. But I wanted you to come on my panel. I'm not gonna let nobody else on. It's just me and you on my panel. I don't care who's in the chat. Ain't no. If you would come on and we could dialogue, because I got some real shit that I wanted to share, and I'm looking at all the stuff that you showing, but I wanted to show you something else that I just think that's missing.
I mean, like just
I,
depending
I
on what.
ain't gonna be, I ain't gonna, because I got it all over the place on my net, but I could put it all together, and I can't. I probably will be ready by like 5 o'clock. Is that too late?
No, I mean I should be around at 5. I'm about to go
Or
shoot to the.
5 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
All right. I mean, I should see the notification when you come on.
I'm not letting nobody on the panel, but nobody else ain't coming on the panel.
No,
And
that's all
even
good. I mean,
you,
I see the
I don't want
notification.
nobody on the panel, and I don't even want to open it up for no questions. I'm serious. I'm serious because see, these people don't understand. They really want to see me go against you, and it's not gonna happen.
No, we don't listen.
And no, I'm just serious. You got some immature, stupid ass motherfuckers in here, and I've been going at this with you for 5 years, and they don't get it, and they need to grow up and leave me the
But
fuck
nah, I
alone.
mean, I don't. Only person who can spark that could be you, because I know you ain't going like anybody in the chat room saying shit. or whatever, like they already kind of know, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever I say, you know, I present the information, and I'm presenting it to the best of my ability. I'm not trying to apply anything onto anybody that's not true. I'm only showing the evidence. And like I said, and it's more evidence. But yeah, if you go live, I'll
Yeah,
slide
I
through.
want to show you what I have so you can say, well, okay, because I think it's something that we could put together and figure out because this shit is real, man, and it's something's not adding up. And see, I don't see America as a place that was like really destroyed in all the parts. I really see our continent as heaven
And
compared to the
I gotta
rest of the
say this too,
world.
right? I'm gonna say this too, right? Listen, I know there's malls that sell packages and they got people locked up and got people cased up or whatever. I understand that it is, and it's niggas that done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even we know that there is malls out here that's pushing a lot of this confusion, and a lot of people can't understand because they like, well, A1, you know, he's saying this, and other malls are saying other things. I'm only showing you the evidence that I got. And I don't know why they don't use this. Well, some of them do use the same evidence, but they look at it from more of a world history like teaching lessons, because they coming from a perspective of world history. And at some point in time, before I really got into the Americas, I used to look at it the same way, right? But as far as individuals selling documentation that's getting people trapped up, so yeah, I know it's more out there doing it, and I know it's some more out there that fuck it up and make it hard for other people to be able to understand. And I'm not, my purpose of what I'm showing is not to convert anybody into no more. You can still be an Aborigine, but just understood that they call people here more. That's the only thing I'm saying. Regardless of whatever, you ain't got to say you're more because they called us Moors here. All you have to do is just, if you just try to acknowledge it and just keep it moving. And there's still, like I said, and it's still like I said, there's still chaos between some Moors that present certain things, say the North Africa thing, say the writs of freedoms and all this stuff. I know all that stuff. And like I said, I don't get along with a lot of Moors. I get along with the Moors that talk about the Americas. I do not get along with all these people, because I do know that a lot of this stuff is not being taught to people in its entirety, and people is getting cased up. And I know that. And I would never talk against that. But that don't mean I'm not them same Moors that's doing that. I only say I'm a Moor because of the dark skin complexion person. The same way I use black, the same way I use color, the same way I use African American, the same way I use Indian in times. You understand what I'm saying? So that had always been my thing with it. And like I said, it's not to force anybody into anything. It's just to give you an observation. So when you do your research and they saying that Moors built shit in America, you could be like, nah, the American Indians built this. Because we don't have no history or no resources that's saying that American Indians did any of this shit. We had to go back through a crime scene, through so much contaminated information and evidence, and we had to put together the contamination, information, and evidence just for us to get where we at right now today. So that's my only thing. And like I said, I speak for the Indians. I'm a spokesman for the Indians. Whether they are Tauntauns, whether they're Aborigines, or whatever terminology that people want to say that basically defines the original inhabitants of this land. I'm a spokesman for them. And I am their brother. I have been a brother. I have been around here, like, you know what I'm saying, really trying to put together research that people can use and people can get out of their minds that we was a primitive nation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like with that right there alone, it's hard, because I know some people, you know, with the Moorish thing, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand it's hard. I understand that to some people, like, you know, people have a negative stereotype when a person say the term Moor. I understand, because of the information and the confusion that been put out here prior to what we doing now. I understand all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But it goes vice versa, right? Because we got black people who cross other black people. We got colored people who cross other colored people. We got Indians that cross other Indians. We got Aborigines who cross other Aborigines, or Tontons who cross other Tontons, and so forth and so on. So we know, regardless, even if we take the term more out, is that going to change that other black people don't have our best interest today? It's the same concept. The same way we look at them, right? Oh, the Moors did this. The same way we say, well, black people, you got the Black Carcass, you got the Boule, we got the Talented 10, we got other people who converted to Christianity that came over here and crossed us. So we know our own people is at the control of all of this shit. And they use these Europeans as pawns. The European is a pawn. He's on a grand chessboard. He's a fucking pawn. And they use them as pawns when it's a war between us Aboriginals against other so-called Aboriginals. You understand? So it's not just, it's the same token. A black person will come and kill another black person. A black person will come and rob another black person. A black person will come and slander another black person. And so forth and so forth. And we know this. And it's the same concept as we looking at it from any other perspective. We know other Indians lie or joined the government and crossed us and wrote in the history that we came from Africa. So we're fighting $1 billion or $1 trillion industry that's based on keeping us docile and never letting the sciences of what our ancestors and our descendants was responsible for. So that's my only point of me proving this. I'm not trying to turn nobody into no more. I'm not trying to tell nobody you are more. I'm not trying to tell nobody. I'm just presenting the evidence. Even if you do think it's a misnomer, it still was applied to people here. So it's like, I don't believe it in that sense that it was applied to people here, because we know that the people who's supposed to be applying it was other black people. So that don't kind of make no sense. It will only make sense in how they write in the history from after Reconstruction. Because a lot of this history we get, that we go back and we look and we see shit in the 1700s and the 1800s and the 1900s. We know a lot of this shit ain't nothing but a remake single. We know that these people just writing this shit into history now. So I'll be there, Sister Betty, when you go live. Peace to everybody. I'll be there. Peace to everybody in the chat room, man. Peace to the Aborigines. Peace to gods, peace to goddesses. Yeah, you're right, Juice. You're right. We didn't even call ourselves Indian. This is what I've been telling people, but people get all butthurt about that terminology, Indian, and it's an Indian Aboriginal war, nigga. If you are a black Indian, then you are Aboriginal, and your people was here first from time of existence. Unless you want to spin it the other way, that people came, that what we call so-called Moors from Europe came here and mixed into some of these tribes. You understand what I'm saying? Which would them people who mixed in with some of these tribes be foreigners? Would they be fucking foreigners? I don't know. Because I'm assuming that these people was part of an empire that already existed here. And they are descendants of the original empire that existed here. So these people coming back home. But among some of the people that came back home, was it some people who was pushing this Christianity and Catholicism that was hiding the monks in the mix of all these people? Yes, it was. And then would be the difference from the so-called dirty Negroes or dirty black Europeans or dirty Moors or whatever you want to call them. That would be the difference. But the majority of people that came back here, they came back here to be in sync with their ancestors. So shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Hopefully, like I said, I didn't go too long or I didn't get too long-winded. Just wanted to kind of like present my part of the PowerPoint. You know, and like I said, if you can't say I ain't show no sources, then I don't know what to tell you at this point in time. I don't know. We got 146 people in the chat room. As far as the people that came in or the people that been here from the start of what I was doing, right? Did you people at least enjoy the presentation of what I presented? Do you think that I presented enough information that would at least make some of y'all curious? Right, you don't have to even buy in entirely to what I'm saying. You just have to be curious that these people are lying about these terms. What we got? Let me see. So hold on real quick. All right, so Kingdom of English. What did you talk about? More than not from America, unless you look at America as a nation, the last nation to be created on this soil. Nah, I don't agree with that. But what do you guys say? I mean, do you guys think I presented enough information to win a motherfucking debate against YK? Press 1 if yes, press 2 if no. And I'm keeping this up. I ain't gonna take it down. I'm keeping it up. So for other people who want sources and other people who want to go back, you know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to go ahead and look at the sources and you come up with your own, you use your own discernment to see if I'm not trying to get nobody to say they're more. And I'm not trying to finesse nobody out their land. I'm not trying to swindle nobody. I think the information was honest. I think, you know what I'm saying, it was pretty much on point. But like I said, if it wasn't on point, somebody in the chat room, please edify me and please tell me what I didn't show to prove my claim. Somebody, please. I mean, I got about another 10 minutes before I spin. I'll clean my truck off. They go to link. And I ain't going, you know, I'm not going to curse nobody out. I'm not going to disrespect nobody. I'm not going to come at nobody sideways. If you feel as though I did not prove my point, hit the link. I just want y'all to be honest, man, no matter who it is. If you think enough information wasn't presented for me to win over YK, or for me to at least prove my claim on what I'm saying, whether we believe it or not, even if they are writing and shit and calling people that. You understand? The same way they writing and calling people black. See, and I'll tell you like this. My thing with the Moors thing is the history that's attached to it. It's not so much of them calling us something wrong. It's the fact that the history that's attached to that terminology that you find over here, no matter if you want to say, okay, these are Indians doing it, right? But then I just showed you evidence and cross-reference that we left from over here. They telling you the Algonquins was the first settlers in North Africa, nigga. Oh, that's pseudo. Oh, let me debunk this and let me say, no, you can't. You gotta kind of from there, you gotta kind of go with the fucking research. Because the research has been presented. If you could find other sources to say that the Americans left from America and went and colonized all of it, but not even colonized, because we just read sources that say America was the first land out of the water, the oldest among continents. So you think other people was here? The time we was thriving and what we was doing over here, you thinking other people was on them other land masses, and then whenever the water exceeded from them land masses, people just was created? No, we created the people and we took the people to these places. That's the only thing that I can come up with at this point in time, because I don't believe what they telling me. We the first above water, my dude. Peace to God, Juice. You know what I'm saying? First above water, my dude. Like this is influential information, bro. This is information. This is life changing, and this is changing the game when we talk about the Americas. When we talk about America, all of this shit is life changing information, man. It's information that's changing the game. It's information that's helping people understand who our ancestors was. And no matter what terminology that you acquiesce to, is multiple different terminologies that's being used. So you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, I'm 48 years old, man. I ain't got time to be out here beefing with nobody on no fucking online internet shit behind this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? I look at everybody as my brothers and sisters, and I've always done that from day one. This ain't about, it's definitely, because if it was about me, I'd turn my motherfucking camera on right now and make it about me. It's not about me, it's about y'all. It's about the information for the people. We done been lied to, we done been duped, we done been motherfucking and tapped you on your right shoulder and told you look left plenty of times. And we're victims of it, even among going back and forth with one another. You understand what I'm saying? So I see don't nobody want to hit the link. But however it go, man. Hopefully I gave y'all my 3 rounds. I ain't get into the rest of the rounds to the 3rd round, but I gave you my first 2 rounds. You understand? Peace to the goddess K Glover. Peace, goddess.
Peace, God. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Peace to the goddess.
Peace. Thank you for the ticket as well. I want to say that the information that you provided is more than enough information to suffice. You know, just your strategy, because you already knew what type of environment you was going up against. Your strategy to show that Moor was synonymous with Indian was the perfect strategy to go with, because in the community it's already been proven that Indians are Americans, right? And Americans are Indian. When I don't remember who dude was, but he was talking about that should have someone to come in and judge, and you should have judges. Just his reasoning to even have judges proves that the judges are insufficient in their knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because just showing the Rakende Moors itself, right? You have Rakende Moors who are Indians also with tobacco. America is the only place on the planet where tobacco is indigenous. You can literally grow tobacco in almost every state in the United States of America. Just the Rakende Moors alone. Then when you put the side by side of your translation of the flyer for the Rakende Moors with the cigars, when you look at the spelling, Dutch spelling, and when you look at how they describe the way that we used to speak. So to give you an example, Barracoon and Cujo, right? Zora Neale Hurston, she made it her business to write or type the way that Cujo spoke. And most people claim that, oh, well, you know, he spoke like that because he was from Africa. We debunked that many years ago, that he wasn't from Africa, that he was from here. But his dialect, and much of our dialect still in the South to this day, is a version of the Dutch language. You can see it clearly. So if they're saying Cujo was from Africa, but we've already proved that Cujo wasn't from Africa, and he's speaking this version of this broken down Dutch, where did he learn it from? Because he sure didn't get it from Africa, because we've already proved that he wasn't from Africa. A lot of this is self-hate, and like many people have made careers off of social media just to prove that they're not Moors. So when information is coming out, showing and proving without a shadow of a doubt that Moor is synonymous with Indian, it breaks a lot of hearts. It makes people not look as powerful as they were in the minds of their followers, because now truth is on the scene. And that's the thing about it. You can't do anything but with truth, but just accept it or move around, because the truth is going to stand on its own. And a lot of us don't want to be truthful and don't want to be honest. Now, I'm not saying that Moors didn't do anything wrong or, you know, manipulative or evil to anybody, but that's everybody in the world. Cannot just place that on Moors. What about all of our 5th times, 6 times, 7 times grandfathers who fought against the Confederacy and the Great Rebellion? Nobody's talking about them, but they still bigging them up. Oh, this is my 7, 6, 5th times grandfather who fought in the Civil War. Right? Nobody talks about this. So you're not talking about him, but you want to talk about Moors from antiquity? It's crazy. And it's even more sad. But again, congratulations. You did your thing. Keep doing your thing. And it's only up from here, Moor.
Peace to the goddess, man. Peace to the goddess, man. Like I said, and you see how sincere the goddess was talking. Like, it just ain't about nobody pushing no shit on nobody. It ain't about nobody. If you don't agree with the term, I'm cool with that. I ain't never forced nobody to be anything other than who they think they are. But when the information comes out and it's a lot of slander and it's a lot of confusion out here, then the truth got to come out. And I did this shit sincerely. I didn't do this shit. I didn't do it to try to prove nobody, so I could be calling anybody more, or telling you doing more, anything. I did it according to the information on why A1 been saying what the fuck he been saying from day one. Because I know the difference. And then I know that the information has been convoluted. The information has been convoluted. That's why I show people the terms before I even get into the actual debate mode. Because a lot of people don't know what the terms mean. That's why it's important to show the terms. It's important to go over the terms and show you that this shit is not restricted to Muslims or people from North Africa. It's not restricted to that. I'm sorry if that's what you thought, but it's not restricted to that. It's not restricted to that. So if I didn't have enough information, then I accept my own people in my chat room telling me I lost. If my own people in my chat room, after what I just presented, and saying it ain't about we don't want to say nothing because we know A1, nah. It's about the fucking truth. I'm not dealing up here with no phoniness. I'm dealing with the fucking truth to try to wake the people up. That have always been my point while I'm up here. I'm not up here for no cloud chasing. I'm not up here. You know, sometimes we have a good time in the bills and everything. But my main thing is to stand on American business. That's my main thing, to stand on American business. It's not to force nobody, nothing. I've been trying to, sit people down and just give you my explanation to where I'm deriving my sources from and what the sources mean. The sources are self-explanatory. I don't have to decipher or decode them once I'm presenting the sources to you, and it's telling you outside of North Africa and outside of the religious faith, they're calling dark-skinned people Moors. Period. You don't have to be a Moor. You don't have to put 5 on the right, 2 on the left, wear fez. You don't have to say Islam. You don't have to say Allah. You ain't got to join no temple. All you have to do is say, yeah, okay. They was calling Moors and they was calling Indians Moors. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? Indian, Moors, and Negro is all synonymous. Now, what you do with that information is something different. What you do with it is something different. I was able to take that term Moor and realize everything that they was applying that shit to here, them was our ancestors. Because I know that they Indians. So most people look at structures and look at a lot of this architecture, and the first thing they say, oh, people came here and built this. No. That's not what it's saying, B. Do you not, or you didn't get the memo that we was the first land out of the water, oldest among continents? So if you see something over somewhere else and you see in America, it's older in America. We got Smoke Signal up here nonetheless. Smoke Signal, what's up, brother?
Salute. Hey, man. Shout out to the channel, to the panel, and to the chat, bro. Power to the motherfucking people. Okay, my issue be not based on the presentation. It be based on how this term Moor resonates with the people. And for the most part, I find in my travels that if you question the average Negro, American, Black, or whatever you want to identify these days, they don't resonate with the term Moor by any means. That's just on averages, right? Now, if you do a little digging, into the history of the term, you do find inclinations of Moor being present here on this continent, right? In certain aspects. What I don't understand is why doesn't this term no longer resonate with the people who were being described as such? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand. And most people don't resonate with it, right? Just like most people don't resonate with them being Indians, right? If you go on my channel, I got shorts of me having conversations with people. Well, then again, though, most people do resonate with them being Indians, right? I got brief conversations and brief presentations of me encountering other so-called Negroes, African Americans, and so-called Blacks, and they saying that they Indian. So that's a starting point. That's a observation, right? But it's not a destination because there's a lot of things in between from saying you're an American Indian all the way into the finish line, right? There's a whole big gap of information in between all that. And whether or not people resonate as being Moors, it still don't change the point that they call Indians Moors. I just want to get that out the way. Whether people, you want to be called a Moor, if you want to call yourself a Moor, then that's cool. If you don't want to call yourself a Moor, that's wonderful. I'm not preaching or pushing nobody. I'm a God, and I tell the rest of the people, or I at least address the rest of the people as gods and goddesses. So, like, we talking about the science of the gods, but for us to get to the science of the gods, we have to know who the gods are. So that's my understanding from what I presented. But you know, as far as so Smoke Signal. Smoke.
Yeah.
So did I show enough sources saying that they call, whether you disagree with the term Moor, but did they call Indians here Moors or not?
No, I can concur with that. Yeah, I mean, you showed enough evidence. Like I said, anybody who does below surface level investigation into the matter will also find it, right? This will be my question to you. Then I want to show you something too. I'm about to pull it up in a minute. We do have indications, right? Even on the historical count, that there were other groups of people identified as Moors who was not identified as Indians. Do you also agree with that?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
don't.
see,
Well, all right. So, but hold on. Let me. All right. So, my understanding of that is that when they write in this history, they're not being sincere when they write in it. That's why they create all these traps in history, right? So just like we could find Indians that's not Negroes, right? We can find plenty of sources. We can go out here every day in the real world and ask a person what a Native American is, and they're gonna say that they're not Negro, black, or colored. Then these other mysterious people that's here. We can find that all day. But when it gets into when you study the if you want to say your screen, Smoke, go ahead. I hit the what's the name for you. But when you go into the history, right now, if I pull up an article about American Indians, right, it's going to say that they was hunter gatherers, they was wood dwellers, right, they was doing all of this primitive science, right, and then if I go into the science of the Moors, right, and then even that. You have to kind of like dig deeper. If I pull up a Moorish article right now, it's going to say Muslims or North African Berbers. That's what it's going to say, right? But then when you get into the connections of it and you start seeing the architecture here, you be like, wait a minute, man. It's domes in every goddamn city in America. Every city in America, we can find an ancient building that has a dome on it. So it gets a lot more it gets a lot more so serious when it comes to the information when you start looking at the architecture and the structures and the science itself and understanding that, wait a minute, bro, we just read that we the first people out the water. So wouldn't it make sense that if we went over to North Africa, then the people in North Africa are descendants from where? Are descendants from America. So it's like the science and all the stuff that they credit towards what we term the people called Moors are actually the science of the Amaru or the Americans. If you want to, because the word American means more to me. That's what it means to me. Might not mean that to nobody else. Not forcing that upon nobody. But that's what the word means to me. Because I see the word Amor, Marie. I see Mary in America. They just said Mary. When you look up the term, it says Moru, Murray, Moro, etc. All of these terms are all the fucking same. Ain't none of them words different. It's only different according to the language and whether or not the language uses an I, a A, a U, a Y, etc. Or whatever vowel. So that's where it comes from for me. And like I said, people don't have to use that term. And whatever beef they got with dirty Moors, then that's up to them. I'm just trying to just bridge the gap for people and let people know that, man, listen, bro, they call Indians here Moors. Whether we see Moors, just like I got one of the other sources from Mr. Stevenson of Georgia, where he says beyond the Rio Grande lies the Mauritanian races and the Moorish people to whom Mexico properly belongs to. So we know we've been showing pictures of the Olmecs, the Mayans, and the Aztecs and showing all this shit. But you saying that these people are Moors? I'm not saying that. The sources are saying that. And I didn't find these sources. And the reason why I use multiple sources because I don't want nobody to think that I'm just using one source and I'm just being I'm just subjecting this one source to a whole entire and conglomerate of information. No, I'm not bringing that one. So but I know from reading this what they're talking about. This is the reason why they keep saying they found all this shit that they term Moorish in Central America. I'm not saying that. I'm only bringing the sources to validate on where I'm deriving my understanding from. And like I said, by no means, nobody's forcing anybody to be anything. And just because even if you agree that Indians was called Moors, it still don't mean you have to call yourself a Moor. I don't have no problem with being called Moor. I don't have no problem. And like I said, shout out to the Moors that brought me out of the darkness that I was in. When they said you was in America already, that's something that was of interest to me that I had to research, and I had to go down a rabbit hole. Hours of listening to other documentation or other lectures done by other people, and then hours and hours and hours and hours of me trying to find or make some goddamn sense to what the hell I'm reading or what the hell these people saying. And when I see people using multiple definitions and then it's being applied to any dark-skinned person, I have to say, wait a minute. It would only make sense that it was applied to dark-skinned people first. Because we know that the Muslims are so-called what we call Moors or black people, right? But we know Arabs don't have to be definitively black. So we kind of like, you kind of could pretty much understand it. That's why it's imperative for people who putting out information that you cross-reference your information, not just pull one source up or whatever, because the definition is what is what imperative when you reading shit. If you don't know what the fucking word means, how you gonna read it or apply it to a sentence or apply it to a paragraph or apply it to any literature or document that we read it? We need to know what these terms mean. And that's why, like I said, level 1 went through what an Aborigine is. There's still people in 2024 who still confused about what an Aborigine is. Most people don't really have a problem with the word autochthonous or tauntaun, you know what I'm saying? But some people do, right? The word Indian. Most people don't have a problem with the word Indian. I have no problem with using it, but I understand exactly what the word means. Yes, the word is used to describe the people here, but are the people here Indians? The same way you say with the word Moor. Just because they put this shit in the Constitution, right? I don't have to subject myself to what the fuck these people say I am. We're the gods and goddesses. We make our own terms that best identify who we are. So I hope that answers your question, Smoke. But if you got a source, though, show it. I want to see what you got. Nonetheless, what's the word, bro?
A1.
Peace to the God.
Look, I ain't computer savvy, right? But it's on my email. I'm gonna have to email it to you. Then you're gonna have to pull it up because I can't get it to play on my computer. But hold on. I got your email. I'm gonna send it to you in a minute.
No problem. That'll be good. I just want us to be clear. So when we hear this word more, we know, okay, yeah, they're applying it to Muslims, they're applying it to North African Berbers and people dwelling in Barbary, right? But they're also applying it to people in America. And they're not just applying it in one area. They're applying it in many cases, like I just showed, in other multiple different areas. We went to Delaware, we went to New England, we went to fucking Arizona, we went to New Mexico, we went to Mexico, we went to Central and South America, we went to Florida, and all these places is just not one isolated place where they calling people this. So that would make me as a researcher say, wait a minute, bro. They know they ain't in North Africa. They know they ain't dealing with barbers, but barbarians, they calling people here barbarians too, right? Or some of these tribes barbarians. Now we know our grandmother ain't say we was barbarians, right? We know a lot of information that we run across. Our family never told us none of this shit. But that's the great point of you can go back and teach your family what they didn't know. Because most of your family say they Indians think they was mixed with Indians. They don't emphatically say, oh, I'm the original Indian. Yeah, most people I talk, oh yeah, I'm mixed with a bunch of stuff, right? I'm mixed with Indian, I'm mixed with African, I'm mixed with white. They don't know an Indian is a brown skin or copper color complexion person. They don't even know that. So that's what our duty as researchers and teachers and people who is actually intertwined with this American history, this American Aboriginal history, American Tauntaun history, American Indian history, or American Moorish history. That's when we have to do our due diligence. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of me like, I hear other people, like let's say for example, Smoke, right? You hear other people saying or putting slander on an individual, right? Right. And most of other people is just using rumors that they heard other people say, right? But then when you really do the research to that individual, you find out that the rumors that they putting on this individual ain't even true. It's all hearsay. It's all hearsay, and it ain't nothing but people slandering other individuals. Like we say, all right, well, this man right here is a rapist because other people saying he's a rapist, right? But then when we look at the actual transcripts, right, and the actual legal documents, we see that he wasn't that. So it's like it's all where you at with your research. It's all of who you associated with and what they believe. I've been A1 from day one, so I'm not really up under what a lot of Indians say. I'm not trying to say like what they saying is not true, because I think everybody has something special to bring to the table, man. But do everybody have the same like is everybody good at the same at presenting the same information? No, everybody has their play in this shit. Everybody have to find their niche and find out where you are at with this shit. And that's where I'm at with it. Not forcing nobody to be nothing, but don't come to me and tell me what I don't know when I'm showing you sources and I'm showing you where I'm getting my opinion and my understanding from this at. My understanding is not no North Africa or no Muslim. My understanding is that of a dark skin complexion person, in which I've been saying this shit for years. So I'll leave it there. Nonetheless, what's up?
No, bro, just chilling. Just yeah, I was at the uh the debate, bro. I think that people assume that people that have been rocking with you for a minute, bro, don't know this information, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we know what the fuck you talking about, and a lot of information you put out, it was, we did our homework. So it's not, I think I take it as an insult for people to say that we just blindly just following, with your information and what you presented with the Moors and other Moors too, because there was plenty of Moors, you know what I mean, that came out, educated people on the ignorance of the subject matter. And with me, I knew about the Moor shit back in the early 90s. I mean, I was a young nigga, and I remember dude came in where I was working and was like, bro, like yeah, young bro, with the John Hanson thing and shit, right? And he just came real quick and was like, it was free. It was free people in America, right? And I was like, what you talking about? He's like, well, the Moors they was the free people. You know what I mean? So he just broke it down and just told me that you ain't even know that, did you? He like, man, like little nigga, you ain't even know that, did you? You thought all of us was slaves. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I knew my people, I knew it was something wrong with that story. Like, man, y'all gotta stop working at, he kept breaking it down like y'all gotta stop working the European store. You know how the old heads used to do. So after that, I didn't really hear about too much about the Moors or really got in depth too much, and then I heard, Cher was talking about it. And I remember you was on one of his on Superhero Radio, and I remember you popped on there. I ain't know who you was, bro. Remember you talking about, you asked him about Jackie Robinson and shit. And I knew about that subject matter because I got family in Philly that that knew his peoples. You know what I'm saying? And I knew about that story. And I knew they ain't really rock with him too much because the real story is that our people wasn't too happy about us going into these white man's institutions and shit. So with the white people,
real quick, None. How long ago was that you heard me on Superhero Radio?
shit, that was like probably 2015, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And I had to, before I came up here and opened my mouth, I had to do research to make sure. I didn't want to put out no research that wasn't true. So I had to go down the rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying, to see whether or not it is true or not.
Because that's why when you had the channel, I was like, oh, that's the guard right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
just from your voice, I didn't know even just not just your name, but I knew you got a distinct voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know how you can recognize somebody just from their voice. You know what I mean? So I knew that was you just by you talking, because you know what I mean when you was on there and shit. So we kind of we came up. A lot of us was just got into the situation where it was so many people hating on the Moors. Even if you're not a Moor, like I was like, why y'all keep hating? Because that gonna have niggas like me. I'ma research the shit. So if I find out that y'all just hating, then I'm a feel some kind of way where y'all trying to hide shit. You feel me? So I took it as a personal challenge to find out who was lying and who was really knowing what the fuck they were talking about. I was neutral on the situation, but by so many people hating on the Moors, it took me on a rabbit hole. Like, hold up. These motherfuckers that's hating, I'm starting to get y'all the side eye, because I'm like, y'all niggas is y'all agents? Y'all trying to hide this shit? Because there's a lot of good shit that the Moors trying to bring out. And I know personally, because I'm in Baltimore, I know the God, I mean his family that wrote the Negro, the Black, and the Moor, the book. And I had the book and didn't even know that I knew his peoples, because I knew his, I mean, one of his family members just passed away a couple weeks ago. The dude that I knew, name was Richard. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Rich. He just passed away, but I knew him. But his father was a Moor, and his people wrote that book, and I had the book already. You feel me? And there's a lot of shit that y'all that niggas don't know about, that these Moors in the temples are doing. That's getting legislation passed. You know that he was the first one in the 70s. His peoples got the classification off the birth certificate. That's why we don't see that. The reason why we don't see classification on the birth certificate because of the Moors, bro. The Negro. I got the actual letter, so I don't want to hear nothing about y'all nigga, y'all this shit pseudo. I got the actual letter from the governor, where he said the governor took it off because they was going to sue him to take that classification off the birth certificates in Maryland and on your driver's license. You feel what I'm saying? So the reason why we don't know is because they don't put it out. They want us to think that we slaves. But when you say you were Moor, back then you didn't have to present no paperwork. See, they made it where if you was classified as anything, Black, Negro, not Indian, because see, you gotta understand, the Indian, they was assuming that you was a part of a clan or a nation. But when you say you're an Indian, they find out that you're not, they're gonna classify you as a Black or a Negro. So yeah, you can say you're an Indian, but now you gotta prove that you're part of a nation. But what nation? Especially if they out here having wars. Now you're an Indian and you don't, and your people's gone. So you don't have anything proving that you're not a Black. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand the politics, bro, all this stuff goes together. You know what I mean? It's just like when in the debate, nigga, if they make a distinction whether your brother can be a Christian, right? They come over here with remember the doctrine of discovery. Your brother Christian, but you not. Your brother is going to look like is going to be classified as a Baptist. He's going to, they're going to assume that he's baptized, right? You're not. They're going to classify you as a heathen. You know what I mean? So he's a Christian, you're a heathen, but y'all brothers. Are y'all the same blood? Yes. But they're making the distinction between y'all two.
Hey, nonetheless, when you say that, so with the heathen thing, right? Is that like, all right, when we hear them saying that they call Indians or Moors Nino Indio, right?
Right.
That means children of God once you was baptized, nigga. That's what it means. Yes. That's what the fuck it means, brother. And that's coming from the Intercaterra. And that's why I be trying to tell a lot of people, research the word Indian.
Exactly.
Just because they're allowing you to use it, don't just fall for that. At least know, because you can fall into a trap by using the terminology that you don't know about, that has dual meanings.
Yep.
So they saying that immortal is the unbaptized Indian, a heathen. Why they call him a heathen? Because he's not part of Catholicism or Christianity.
Right.
He no NDO, nigga, children of God. Even though we know we the gods. We know we the gods. But not in the same breath of what they saying. They saying once you've been baptized, you became a children of God. Nigga, Nino NDO. The fuck? And it's like, yo, people push back on it. Because like I said, see, you know, people have separated themselves. They didn't separate Indians and Aborigines and the Tomtons instead of saying we all one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So my due diligence is not to prove to nobody or try to go against anybody who's saying they're Indians. I'm only bringing to you the definition of the goddamn word that ain't nobody do their due diligence and bring out. Just like with all of these terms, all of them.
Right. But
So,
that was the whole problem that we was having, bro. That's what I found out from my research. Because when you look at the Catholic Church put a God at the head with the Pope. So even though you become a Christian, you still under their jurisdiction. You feel what I'm saying? So now you become like a pseudo or like a proxy slave to the Catholic Church. Which this is when a lot of wars started popping off, because now you got these, you know what I mean, you got the Moors that don't believe in that shit. You see what I'm saying? They don't believe that another man can rule over another man. You know what I mean? But when you got Indian agents who are doing business with the United States, they are like representatives of these individual tribes. But you gotta be careful with that, because you got a lot of niggas that sold out. Like look at how they got these niggas trying to represent us now. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, you know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers hit now they got these dumb motherfuckers trying to represent us like celebrities and shit. Yo, come on, man. These niggas are not us. So now anything pertaining to black, they pointing to these niggas as being our motherfucking leaders, when these niggas are fucking idiots. So now you got to make a distinction. You got the smart people right here, and you got the dumb motherfuckers over here. Who are you going to roll with? You know what I mean? I'm not rolling with no dumb motherfuckers, because a lot of dumb motherfuckers going to get you fucked up. We got children. They do dumb shit, but that don't mean you don't love them. But at the same time, look at what the information that was put out by Noble Drew Ali, right? When he's trying to educate you. So when we look at books, right? I saw Sister Betty, she pulled up the Moorish schools, right? Y'all heard it, you heard that A1, right? Those Moorish schools that they put Indians in.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Now all you're doing is reading the book, right? People are just reading the book, but look at the situation. You got to look at the situation that's going on right now. Even though the book doesn't say that, what can you deduce from what that story is talking about? It's saying that so evidently these Moors are teachers, right?
Hey,
Who are
look,
they teaching?
hey, real quick, nonetheless.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So
I can hear you.
So the image that you were showing is on the screen, right? So this is the coat of arms of Pope Benedict, right? Is that not a Moor right there?
Yes, bro. Yeah.
That's a Moor right there, right? And they in Rome, right?
He can be a Berber. People can say he a Berber, Moor, whatever.
Yeah, but they going directly say he's a Moor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
This is the coat of arms that the Pope sit behind, and it's a Moor on it. So what would make you think the other black people that was in Rome wasn't Moors? And I ain't really got to get all into that shit, because I'm gonna put all that shit in my PowerPoint. But what I'm saying is, why would the Pope sit behind this so-called coat of arms, bro? They hate it. People hate niggas so much, and niggas is all this, that, and the third. Why would a fucking religious organization sit behind a fucking coat, a fucking coat of arms? And the nigga on there is not a slave. The nigga got a big ass loop earring in his ear with a fucking crown on. So we know he ain't no slave. Why would the Pope sit behind something like that? Because these people are the people who running him. He's giving you symbology. And it's like, you know, people are not there, they haven't heard or referenced enough information for they can be able to pick it up like that. But continue nonetheless.
But look, but what is this also proving though, A1? This is proving something else because you gotta look at the backstory and the symbolism behind these coat of arms. Now, what you understand, what you just said without saying it, A1, is that the Rome was taken over, right? It was taken over because the people that's the Pope is sitting behind something that wasn't originally his, but now he's in charge of it. You understand? So people, we got to stop just putting stop signs up and continue to research because it's a lot more. We only touched on a few in 10 years. I'm telling y'all, we only touched on like a small percentage of what's really going on. Like I got a book now where I'm trying to get into it, and I got to get up the energy to really put deep dive in it because I got to go down this rabbit hole that I know is going to take months and months and months to really study. But what I found out is that Rome has fell quite a few times. There was more than one Roman Empire. It fell, rose again, fell, rose again. However, there's also parallel stories that is in common with the kingdom of Judah. Kingdom of Judah in the last Roman Empire, the same fucking story. They plagiarized. These people that came in charge plagiarized other people's stories. So when you don't understand that, now we really fucked up. And there's mad sources on this shit. Mad sources on that shit that I got to get into because I know niggas gonna be like, oh, where you saw, where you saw. All right, nigga, you better do your homework. You better get your pen and pencil down because there's mad stories about the timeline being fucked up, how the kingdom of Judah and how the Roman Empire was the same fucking thing. And a lot of people gonna be butthurt when they find out a lot of those stories in the Bible is some real shit. They not in order. They not in order, but a lot of those stories is fucking the same shit, and they ain't happened that long ago. So you think you crying over this, nigga? Y'all people really gonna be hurt when they find out that they gonna have to swallow a lot of their pride, bro. This shit is deep. It's way deeper than what people think, bro. You know what I'm saying? However, I gotta give the Moors their props. The reason why I give them their props because I know they got the knowledge. I know they can embarrass a lot of motherfuckers, but they don't do it because I know that's a part of the principles that Noble Drew Ali put out there to have love, bro, for your people. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have any and that's what I respect about them because at least they got some accountability. The reason why niggas don't want to have no accountability, they want to be on their own because they don't want to be accountable for criticizing other people's culture that you didn't even study. You don't have the right to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Research. Like it's like like you said, and that's what I've been saying. See, people listen, my dude. One thing about being a man, you find out that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be real with thyself. You can't just because you have emotional connections to something, you have to be true to thyself.
Exactly.
On what's being presented. Now, if you delusional and you thinking what's being presented, we know other shit is being presented. That's the reason why in the presentation I said that they say North Africa, they say Berbers, they say Muslim. But what is all these sources that I'm showing you saying? Dark skin complexion people. It shouldn't be saying, and that's vague. That's not something where we can say, all right, well, they talk about Africa. No. So why are they saying it in America? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this shit is common sense. This shit should not be that difficult, brother. And you don't have to be a Moor just because they call Indians here Moors. You don't have to be one. And that's not the whole thing. Like, oh, because A1 or Moor, he's trying to force it on it. No, I'm not trying to force it on nobody. Never had, never did. Got videos about Indians, Aborigines, Autochtons, Moors, everything. Never told anybody who the fuck they are. Just presenting the information to you so you can cross-reference the information and connect the missing dots to it, man. Shit.
Yeah. And some people actually did their homework and back and went behind what you were saying and researched the shit to find out more stuff, bro. More information. You know what I'm saying? We weren't just sitting back watching the video and then, you know what I mean, playing pocket pool, you know what I'm saying, just chilling. It was some people that was actually researching what you were saying. That's why we was there. You know what I'm saying? And was looking at where he was putting out, like, nigga, you going like 10 years ago, Carl want that fucking bill back going against the Moors, bro. Like, you keep doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, every time you turn around, you got these same motherfuckers going against the same shit, doing the same shit, saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? About the Moors, like, bro, you actually got people that's educated on this shit, bro.
And the funny thing is, nonetheless, the funny shit is this, right? My whole purpose of the debate is just to put the information out there so we can stop all the confusion. Okay, yeah, they did call Moors Indian shit. They did, period. Okay, all right. Am I Moor? No, I might not resonate with that, but they did call Moors Indians. It's synonymous and it's interchangeable. Enough information has been put out there for at least people to at least agree with that so we can get past all of the other shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's at this point in time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even with YK, man, you know, he did whatever he did, he came with whatever he came with, and he lost. You know what I'm saying? So I got my own motherfucking followers, nigga. People forget how many followers I got. Like I'm some fucking peon over here.
Hey, A1, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? It go, look, he don't even know that the gods already put us down with when he was trying to insult you by saying you using a miss no more. The gods already educate that's an item sonin.
That's right.
We know. You see what I'm saying? Now, look, he don't even know what an item sonin. We know that just because a word sounds like another word and it's spelled different, and it has different meanings, doesn't mean that that word is the same. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to use that, all right, smart ass. Since you want to use that, then look up the word more. Do the etymology on that. Do the knowledge on that, because you putting a word that sounds like more and trying to make a joke about it. So, but if you go into Delaware, you'll see plenty of streets with the word more on it. I ride through Delaware all the time, and all I see is words with MOOR on it at the end of it. Barrymore Street. You know what I mean? Hey, people in Delaware know what I'm talking about. So now you inadvertently proven like debunking yourself by making a joke. Now, if you look up MORE, do the etymology on that, it will tell you that it's obsolete. It used to be identified titles of nobility that they no longer use anymore. Why don't they use the word more anymore? Because it identified titles of nobility. That means you was at a higher status. Boom. Since you want to be a fucking smart ass, since everybody want to replace the MOOR with the MORE, nigga like me gonna do the knowledge on why y'all doing that. What does MORE mean then? Since it's the same thing, no more lie. Okay, so if you want to use no more lie, since you substitute MOR for MORE, that means MORE is the same, nigga. See how niggas fuck their own self when they dealing with a motherfucker that think. That's the problem, bro. Motherfuckers out here joking around too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I ain't associate with no dumb motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no dumb nigga that's out in the woods. Yeah, we was in the woods, but we also had a place for people that wanted to have fun a little bit in the cities and shit like that. But you can't disassociate yourself with the wilderness, bro. Because that's how we survive. You can't survive in a city, bro. We're just having a city. You gotta have some type of nourishment, bro. You know what I mean? So you gotta have balance, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Hey, A1,
balance.
send that email.
Balance is the Oh, go ahead, smoke signal. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm gonna tell them to check that email. You got it.
Let me see.
All right.
Hold up. I got you.
But isn't balance a universal law?
It's a fact.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta have balance. All living creatures are balanced.
Yep.
So stop thinking one way, bro. You got to take both sides and then balance this shit out, bro. You can't walk upright if you're not balanced.
Yeah, they didn't make this shit easy for us, man. They didn't
Because it's usually because, bro, that's because it's you're not going to grow if it's easy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get complacent. Didn't the prophet put that in his lessons?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that one of his things? He said, I couldn't give you everything because I would have made it too easy for you, and you would have went back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And like I said, even with Drew Ali, like, you know what I'm saying, it's some things that I don't entirely agree with, but I know a lot of this stuff was rewritten. I know a lot of people was agents that was working amongst a lot of these different organizations or whatever. I'm smart enough to know that. Like, and I see it all through the history. Yo, hey, you know what, Smoke? Honestly, I did not get it. Hold up, because I gotta spin real quick. I gotta go outside and go clean my truck off because we got a lot of fucking snow out here. So that shit gonna take me a minute. This is my email. Send it to me. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another bill. I'm actually gonna go over there with Sister Becky later on, but I'm gonna do another bill. When I do another bill, Smoke Signal, come on, and we're gonna present this. But that's my email right there. I just put it in it. If I put it on the screen right here. Email it there. I got you. And like I said, I promise next time I do a bill, come on a panel and we can build on this shit, man. Nobody gotta sit here. I'm your brother. I'm not no foreigner. I'm not nobody pushing no foreign culture on nobody. I'm not out here, trying to rip nobody off. I'm your motherfucking brother. You understand? I've been your brother from day one. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta slide though, man, because we got a lot of fucking snow, man. It's gonna take me a minute to clean my truck off. But definitely, man, shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the presentation. Shout out to nonetheless, Smoke Signal, K Glover. My sister Marsh came through, Sister Betty came through, my brother AP came through. But with that being said, I gotta get up out of here. But peace to gods, peace to goddesses, man. None of this shit should be personal. None of it should be personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm your brother, and I'm humbly putting this information out there. I'm not putting it out there to force anybody to do anything. If you're not a Moor, I'm cool. I'm cool. You're not a Moor, that's wonderful. But this is not going to stop the information that's being presented. So peace to guys, peace to goddesses, man. Once again, it's your brother Hano Kiel, aka A1. With that being said, we out of here, man. Peace.